Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And Jay, I caught him playing with something earlier today, and he was holding a vacuum, and he was like, told you not to bother me when I'm cleaning my room.
I was going to tell you, I knew that man for years. We were just wrestling around with oil. It's what straight men do. I didn't know if you knew that. We've been watching wrestling all day, and we're like, let's practice some moves on each other, but let's first take off our shirts because we have to make it realistic and put some baby oil on. And it just turned out that way. It was a good time.
The reason we're such close friends is because we thought we would Indian leg wrestle, but we didn't know that they didn't do it naked.
There's a long black train coming down the line.
There's no reason to be racist this early in the show.
You know, I had never heard that song, but have you ever got in those moods where you like start watching YouTube reaction videos where like the first time hearing this new music video or whatever? I do it, and like sometimes I'm surprised. Like I never heard Brooks and Dunn. I literally, they're good though. Like they can actually sing.
Hey, listen, dude. If that's what it takes to get you to broaden your musical horizons, I'm all for it. Even though it's like the most Gen Z way to find out about new music.
Dude, Brooks and Dunn is good. Like it was that song "Believe." I believe.
Brooks and Dunn's been good since like 1992.
No, I just thought they're like, yeah, I got my banjo out on the front porch. I thought it was like that, but it wasn't. They actually can sing pretty well. I'm like, wow. Brought a tear to me eye a little bit. No,
Jay in 2025 was like, hey man, I just found out about this band called Brooks and Dunn. They can sing pretty well. They can cut a fiddle.
Hey, y'all heard about that new band out there? Boy wears a cowboy hat and tight jeans and got a belt buckle on. Looked like he just stepped out of the 7-Eleven. Now that boy's got some singing tunes in his lungs.
There's some I don't believe though, dude. When they're like hearing Metallica's Enter Sandman for the first time, I'm like, no, you.
Well,
didn't.
yeah, no, it depends. There are certain situations where that kind of music doesn't appeal to everybody, and then maybe they didn't listen to it. But generally speaking, if it's a huge song, I'm like, yeah, it's definitely not real. But stuff like Brooks and Dunn, Believe, or that I think that Long Black Train was Joshua Black. It's a Christian song. I don't think I'd ever heard of it. So I'm like, yeah, you probably haven't heard that.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not going to listen to it then. I don't like songs about
there's victory in the Lord, I say. Hey, that's what it does. Like when he gets into the chorus, I do start going like, oh my God, I'm back in church. This is awful. I'm wearing clothes that mom picked out for me, and I have to sit here and listen to this. It is what it is. But hey, good for that guy. That guy apparently, that guy's got a great voice. He's got like a Johnny Cash, deep, like really good melodic voice, but he's actually stuck to his principles. They've offered him lots of money.
Melodic.
Yeah, mellow. You can't be doing that before the 10-minute mark. You better calm it down. He's talking about
melodic.
He's talking about the anatomical wiener.
Fred Richards, very mellow. He's chill.
Yeah, that's his name. He's also Batman's favorite friend and also sidekick sometimes. But no, anyway, the guy Joshua Black has been offered multiple contracts and money, lots of money to write songs that are more secular. And he's like, no, I'm a man of God. The only way I'm going to do it is if the Lord Jesus comes down and tells me. And he's not saying that. So no way, Satan. Get on out of here. Good for him.
Dude, I sent something to you and Cody, and nobody responded to me because it was a Twitter link. So I don't blame you. I don't open. I have time when people send me shit like stuff like that. I don't click on it either. But I gotta find it here because I gotta show it to you because like I can only play a second of it because I don't want to get
not black
copywritten. But you're gonna love this, dude. This is too good. Check this out.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not the song though. It's not what you think. I can't play the whole thing, but I'll give it a second and then I can finish it because you only do 6
seconds. That's the song that comes on exactly how I act when I hit that fireball for the first time. That fireball shot goes in you, boy. It's time to get out the way.
It's a great song, but it goes so good. Watch this.
The buffet.
It kind of looks like the way Cody dances. I think that's why I made me laugh so hard because he was making that face. Oh no!
Thank God it wasn't on me. It wasn't on me, sweet Lord Jesus. I pray you this praises.
Why you do this to me, Jesus Christ?
I saw you freeze for a second. I'm like, here we go. I'm gonna have to go in there and yell at my wife, say, get off that Netflix, stop looking at that crap. It'll rot your brain, and you're also slowing my internet down. But no, sir. It was Mike's camera all along.
On my mother's
Nighttime says CKY's best song is to all of you. Yeah, I can't. I know. I think. Are they the ones that party all the time? Is it? Let's get a party going. Let's.
Oh my God, Jay! No, that's Andrew WK.
Oh yeah. You know why? You know why I thought
you embarrassed your mother and I.
No, because it's Andrew WK. So CKY WK. That's what I got confused in my brain stems.
Dude, you know what? I just bought a new set of batteries because the other ones were dying on me.
Yeah,
they're dying on me. I just bought a new set of batteries and it lasted 15 minutes. So I'm thinking that maybe I just put an old battery in on accident. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. But now I have 5 batteries, so we're good to go no matter what.
I don't want to pull it up and share the screen with you because I don't want to like mess with the internet right now because it seems to be behaving. But so I don't know if you guys heard about, and I told Mike about this off stream when we were reviewing our Thunderbolts show.
You have to turn on your computer.
Is that an insult? We're talking here, lady.
This is the show, lady.
Sorry. So I didn't know I had to impress you this early. Just give it a second. We warm up the engines. Okay, it takes a minute. No, but here's the thing. Okay, so I was telling Mike about this when we were doing our Thunderbolts review. The Xbox price increases, which we all knew that was going to happen at some point because of what Nintendo did in their selfish ways. God, they clutch Mario's nutsack. But anyway, they have increased the prices, or they are increasing the prices of all first-party games. Not all first-party games, but most first-party games, as well as hardware that's coming out this holiday season when that's supposed to go into it. God. I've been sick. I've been constipated for 3 days, and I think. By the way, am I very
loud? I'm not super loud or anything, am I? I set up a new microphone system, and I want to make sure I'm not screaming or too quiet.
It sounds like poop, but it's fine.
Good. So the usual.
No. Anyway, sorry guys. I've been constipated. I think it's coming out the other end now. I took some Miralax, and it's doing wonders, but it's also making me burp a lot. I don't know if that's a side effect, but it might be. Either way, anyway, so Xbox is saying that they're going to increase hardware across the board, as well as a lot of their first-party games coming out on their system starting this holiday season, which sucks quite a bit. It's going to be like $80. They've raised the Xbox Series X up by $100. The Xbox Series S is going to go up by like $50. It's insane. Everything's going up. The only thing that's not been touched yet, but it's coming. Oh, it's coming, Cheryl. Is the Xbox Game Pass is going to go up. People are worried about it, and they're like asking if it's happening. They've been mum on it so far, but 100% it's going up. But good little side to it. Well, for some of you all guys, I hate the company. I think the company is selfish pirates of butt plugs. EA. Oh, no. EA has promised that they're not going to raise their prices as of yet. So the core games like Madden, UFC, all that crap is going to be the same price so far. But 100% EA is all about that, like just completely digging away at people's wallets. So they're going to be on board with that eventually. But it just sucks. It just sucks. There's just no, and I knew it was going to happen. Everybody knew it. Sony's not come out and said they're going to raise prices yet, but that's on its way. Once Microsoft starts doing it and people still buy their shit, it's going to happen.
Technology. By the way, we do have video game news to talk about as well tonight. I mean, other than what you're talking about right now as well. Yeah. Have you already watched the GTA trailer?
I did watch it.
You mother farter.
Hey, I like games. Okay, you don't even like GTA.
You like gays. You're confused.
I do love both. I can like video games and gays. They're a part of the gaming community and space as well. Jesus Christ, Mike. Go back to Twitter and go on your Donald Trump rants.
If you don't like gays, you're the problem. That's all I'm saying.
No, actually, it did look good.
If you didn't give Sinners a 10 out of 10, you're racist. Just so everyone knows that. Everyone knows
100%. Yeah, you're just a box full of crackers. Don't you know?
You just don't understand the culture.
I will say this, though. I did see there was some backlash going on with the GTA 6 trailer. And oh, my God, dude. It is insane. That game looked fucking awesome.
Does it really?
It looked great. Yeah.
You didn't make it to 10 minutes, you sick son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah, we did. It was
9 minutes and 17 seconds.
It's delayed.
You have a clock.
It's delayed.
You're delayed.
Your brain is delayed. Why don't you take off your wiener sucking lips for 5 seconds? Holy crap!
I like the way it tastes.
No, but it does look. But there has been some backlash on the game, which I don't know why people were calling it woke. Maybe I missed something, but based on the trailer, it looked fine to me. It looked like a standard GTA game with like awesome graphics.
Yeah, well, we're gonna watch it later. I don't care if you've seen it or not. I'm gonna see it for the first time, and you're gonna have to leave. I'm gonna be like Mike personal one-on-one reaction video because Jay already seen it.
I don't care.
Hornitos.
I don't care.
Whiskey, vodka, tequila drink. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, it really is good.
Is there? Well, I can ask you now. That actually makes better sense. Is there any copyright-free music in it?
No.
So we're good to go there.
No, there's copyrighted music in it.
There is copyright music in it.
But I think I've seen a bunch of people reacting to it, and nothing seems to have been happening. Because I mean, they have like, there's like I think every freaking song in there is copyrighted because it's like they're driving around. There's one scene where he's driving in the car, and Wang Chung, "Everybody Have Fun Tonight" comes on.
Oh, so that's my favorite song.
It's a good one, Wang Chung.
You know, by the way, I have a big announcement. I don't know if anyone knows this. I'm only 13 years late to the game, but I have now played Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4, Spider-Man.
Did you beat it
And
yet?
I would like to say it's a wonderful game, dude. I'm still. I haven't played it since I talked to you the other night. I'm still 15% of the way through it.
Then you're not a fan.
I had to mow my lawn.
No, you didn't.
I did actually. Hey, we're replacing. Hey, this is big news for us, dude. Big news for us in my personal life and in yours because we hang out there a lot. We are replacing the back deck.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
We have. If anybody's seen the videos Jay and I filmed outside at my house, it looks like we're filming in the holler. And look, the deck's been in a bad place for a very long time, and we bought the lumber for it. My wife bought the lumber for it, and I am putting it back together. I am reanimating the deck from new. And you know what? I don't know how to do that. So it's been 1 week since I looked at you, but it's also been a very big challenge.
All you gotta do is wear plaid shirts, drink a lot, and have a hammer and smash your finger a couple of times, and you'll figure it out. That's just part of being a man.
You got it, dude. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I try to look sexy doing it. You know what I mean? I try to look like I know what I'm doing. So I'm out there just like I think I look like Kevin Bacon in Stir of Echoes when he's just like, give me more orange juice. But really, it's just my fat's blubbering around in the hot sun, and I'm messing up lumber, expensive lumber that I don't know how to cut properly.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, you like playing with wood, so it seems like it would be a natural fit.
You know, and it gave me splinters. The way I usually do it gave me splinters this time, so it didn't work out.
Just do.
And there was no goo came out at the end. So
there's a bunch of YouTube DIY videos.
Yeah, I think I know what I'm doing. I'm trying. I got some of it pulled apart.
You just got to line up the boards and hammer them in. That's all you got to do. Make sure they're even.
I know, man. But I got to saw it. I got to use a saw, and I tried to cut some, and it didn't fit afterwards. So I got to get a better measuring stick. Yep. Should stop using my dick.
By the way, so the Spider-Man game. When you're done with it, like I told you, you're going to be like, I don't know why they haven't turned this into a movie. The story is the best Spider-Man. The story is hands down the best Spider-Man story I've ever seen on any type of media, and that includes Spider-Man 2, and that's hard to say.
You made a really good point there. We just went from, I don't know if you guys noticed that, but we just went from Spider-Man to jerking off wood in a matter of like 13 seconds. Actual wood.
Because I don't know nothing about no goddamn deck building. I sound like Bob Vila over here, full of shit. So you think like just hammer the wood together there, Tom?
Yeah, take your phone with you. Take your phone with you. Glad she had headphones on. You taking the dog?
Tomo, no. Well, I don't know if we are or not.
How far are you going?
See, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's like there's a 10-minute marker, and I don't know if it's true. I don't know. I don't think we are, but who knows? I
don't know. All I know is that I look weird sometimes.
Yeah.
No, dude, it's really good though. Like it's a really good game. I cannot believe it's that old. Like I'm playing it, I'm like, this looks better than half the crap that I see going on now. And it's so fun. Like I wish it was a little more open worldy. Like every time I try to just like swing through the city, there's always somebody in my ear like, Peter, come get the birthday cake.
Yeah,
Peter. I'm like, leave me alone.
Yeah, after a while, you're like, let the city burn. I'm on a mission. That's why you want the symbiote suit, but you don't. Unfortunately, you can't play it on the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man 2, where you get the symbiote suit, and you also get to have Venom in the game, but you have to have a PS5 for that.
Oh, so you guys could hear all that, is what you're saying, basically, in the chat. I thought that this was on close up, and I didn't know it was that far away. Okay. I didn't know that.
Right. Shut your lying lips. You wanted people to hear.
Well, listen, I can't. The problem is I have to spell this. So bear with me, because when he hears the words, he starts freaking out and jumping around like a spazoid. But I can't take THOR for a WALK right now because he hurt his hip again. And he's been dealing with that. He was at the groomer yesterday. I tried to put him in the truck and he doesn't like the truck. So he freaked out and like spazzed out all over the car. And then he hurt his hip again. And so like I can't really take him for a WALK right now because it hurts his leg, but he's upset that he's not, and that's what's happening.
Dude,
so anyways,
speaking of groomers, first time I had to I've never clipped the dog's nails before. I clipped Buster's today. Dude, I was sweating like Shaq at the free throw line, dude. Holy shit. I was nervous.
Did you think he was gonna bite you?
No, well, no, I mean he trusted me enough, but no, you got to do it at an angle so where their blood vessels are, you can't, and I didn't want to hurt him, so I was like barely doing it. But and that those like his nails are so thick, it's like you got to like really press on that clipper to get it to pop. But holy shit, dude, that was bad. Like I was scared. I was like, this is not gonna work. And then April kept on like, be careful. I'm like, God damn it, let me do it. I was like, you're upset again.
Ever since you said that you had to do it at an angle, I've been thinking about what you've been saying at a sexual rate, and it gets worse and worse because you're like, you know, and then
get your brains out of the gutter, you dirty whore. Good God,
it's hard to find the G spot.
No, it was, but she like I can't do. Look, I swear to God, like I was trying to do it, and she's like sitting there, like, no, you go. I was like, calm the fuck down while I'm doing this.
He said to April.
Yeah, dude, I was like, I feel like a surgeon in the ER, and the nurse was squawking to me about my headlight being too bright or something, and I'm like, I can't. I was like, you got to leave the room because she was holding him, and I was like, you're making him nervous because every time she'd be like, and he'd go, oh. See, I hate that shit. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I and Buster has this look deep in his eyes that he gives you, and you're like, are you gonna bite me? I don't know. I trust you not to, but he does have that look in his eyes.
No. He's like, no, he's completely
probably thinking about like chocolate or something.
Yeah, he's a big one. He's a big boy, but he's a passive as fuck. But I just didn't want to hurt him. But his nails are, I mean, it had to be cut. Otherwise, we'd had to make the appointment early to go get his nails trimmed. And that's
Did you succeed?
I mean, I get the best I could. I didn't go like as far, like I'm just not like obviously the vet that I go to is like 100 years old and has been doing it since like Jesus walked around in sandals. Like he just pulls out the clippers from his pocket and then just starts going to town. Like he literally has dog clippers in his pocket like an old man that has a pocket knife. And he's like, oh well, you know, and it's like and it's perfectly. It's perfect. And I was like,
he comes out like Chris Pratt in Jurassic World, and he's like.
And I'm like asking him, I'm like,
I was like, all right.
I try to get like his advice. I was like, you know, how do you do that? Because his nails, Buster's nails are so thick and they're black, so it's hard to see where the cuticle line is. And he was like, oh well, you know how long I've been doing it for, buddy. It comes natural. I've been doing this for 88 years or whatever. So I was like, well, that's just never gonna happen.
He's like, you know, I fucked a sheep once. You're like, what? He's like, nothing.
Yeah, no, he does. Yeah, actually, it's funny because he fucks sheep too, and he trims their nails afterwards. No, but he does service farm animals in sexual and non-sexual ways. But no, he really does. Yeah, he has to trim. He has to do all sorts of stuff.
God damn, we're not 20 minutes yet, and we've done covered bestiality. Whole lot of stuff's been covered on the show. That's pretty good. I mean, are you guys satisfied? I'm satisfied. That was a good show.
I liked it. I
had a great time.
I think we hit every talking point that we needed to tonight. You guys did great. So you guys have a good week.
I'll tell you what, you could tell when it's been more than a week since we've streamed, because like when we jump on here, it's just like volleyball, Massachusetts, butt sex and steroids. It's like you don't know what's going to come out.
Turlington's diverse show so far. Yeah, it is. We're hitting all the check boxes.
Who says we aren't diversity?
Non-canceled. We is right here. Non-canceled.
Too small to cancel. No, yeah, dude. So no, the game's really good though. I did want to say that. I'm only 50% of the way through, but I was flabbergasted at how good that video was.
Dude, it sucks because
I'm not a gamer guy.
Well, I wish I had an extra PS5 to give you, because the Tony Todd performance as Venom was fucking awesome.
Oh, well, I'll tell you this. When I update my own system, I'm definitely going PS. I'm off the Xbox forever. I'm done.
Well, right now with their price hiking, you're probably like abandoning ship at the right time. The only thing that, like, honest to God, that what Xbox has going for, I mean, they have some good first party games, but generally speaking, the only thing they have is the Game Pass, which is, by the way, amazing. Game Pass is worth the money for sure, because it's $20 a month and you get like access to a lot of the games for free.
Listen, you guys, speaking of which, go through your personal finances. Go through them. I went through mine the other day and I realized that with these fucking kids, I didn't know it. I told Jay this the other night, so you already know this. Dude, I was paying for 3 different Game Pass subscriptions.
I know, it's crazy.
3 of them.
I'm definitely poor enough that I would have noticed. It's like $60. Where's that coming from?
Well, I definitely should have been poor enough to notice. Let me put it that way. Okay. My wife and I, we split our finances these days, and it only took me a couple months after that to notice.
Yeah, I would have definitely jumped. You got to get on that shit. I did the old school way, dude. I like with pen and paper, wrote down all the subscription services I have. And I know exactly what, I even thought about getting one of those apps that tells you how much you're spending a month on, but then
Like
I don't
Rocket
really want,
fuck me?
I don't really want to know either. Because actually mine's pretty good because I got like the Disney Hulu bundle thing for like $3 a month until like November because I got up on that sale thing that they were doing. But yeah, by the way, Mind the Gap did say I don't like how they changed Peter's face model. Yeah, that is true, dude. That's 100%. Yeah, that I don't know why they did that for. Yeah, I don't. The version I gave you, I don't remember if that's the original face they used. The original face model they used for Peter Parker in the Spider-Man game was perfect. It was dead on. And then for some reason they went back and they made him look a little bit more. They wanted to make him look more youthful, so they remastered Spider-Man and they re-released it, and it had the face model they were going to use for Spider-Man 2. It's all right, but it's not. I don't know. The Peter Parker they had in the original Spider-Man game looked more mature. He looked like he'd been around the block a few times with Jenny, and so I was like, that was Jenny from the block. But no, I don't know why they did it. I think someone said they were trying to make him look more like Tom Holland, so they made him look kind of similar to him, and I was like, yeah, that's stupid. And then the Mary Jane actress, dude, holy shit, they really screwed that one up.
Oh, see, well, that sucks because I like the way that Peter looked in this game because it was different. I know. I dug it. I liked it.
Well, and then I don't know. I think they changed his voice too. I think the voice actor was changed. There was a bunch of stuff they did. But anyway, hopefully you'll get on Spider-Man 2. You've also got to get through the DLC for Spider-Man because they got some good DLC up there. And
I'm slow. I play games like I read, like on the toilet only, so it'll take a while. But
don't sit on that toilet more than 10 minutes now. Get you hemorrhoids. That's what the doctors say, and that's why I believe them. It's what but no, yeah, another thing.
It's my private time.
You got to play Miles Morales too. That's a really good one as well.
I'm gonna play God of War too. I'm gonna mix it up.
The God of War one, I couldn't get into it, dude. I you know what? And I know it's a masterful game. For whatever reason, when I can't get into it because I can't figure out the fucking controls, so I gave up. I was like, I'm not playing you anymore.
Oh, really? So I'm gonna become the best at it. I'm like,
well,
Jay, you really
go ahead.
Out. That's what's gonna happen.
It's fine.
No, if you couldn't figure out the controls, I'm screwed.
No, I probably could have. I just got frustrated. And I was like, I'm done. I'm gonna go play like a first person shooter game where it's easy.
Yeah. I literally learning Spider-Man. I was always like, I'm about to put this shit on easy.
I mean, some people do. I think I played it on normal, but I mean, it's fine if you put it on. I mean, all it means is you just want to enjoy the story and not really worry about anything else, mechanics. But it plays like a polished version of Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, and I like that because, like, in some ways, I don't like Arkham because, like, it's way too, like, at some point, I just want to take these chains off and I just want to go and feel like Batman. But it feels like Arkham the entire game. It's like, now do this, now do this, now do this. And I'm kind of like, I want some freedom, dog. Like, I want to fucking just run around and do shit without you always telling me what to do. And it felt like the entire game was just like, stop.
You got well, that's when in Asylum it's like that. But when you get into Arkham City or in Arkham Knight, especially, you could pretty much do that.
Yeah.
You just run. Well, you know what? People still dog shit all over. They don't really. But it's always been considered the weaker of the trilogy, even though I know there's Arkham Origins, which I love that game, but a lot of people don't consider it part of the trilogy. But people do consider Arkham Knight the lesser of the trilogy. I think a lot of people put Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, then Arkham Knight, only because in Arkham Knight they kind of force you to use the Batmobile, and it's kind of repetitive and it gets tiresome a little bit when you have to keep using it. But still, that game is that I got to be honest, that's my favorite game. That's my favorite one. It looks, dude, that game came out like, was it 10 years ago? And it looks crispy. It still looks fucking good. It looks amazing.
So crispy.
And and you get all the suit combinations. Oh my god,
buddy! I'll tell you what, this Wild Turkey goes down way too smooth. I gotta watch myself.
You gotta be careful with that. You're gonna turn it. You're gonna turn it to Gary Busey. You gotta calm down.
I had two of these Wild Turkeys tonight. I went trailer park tonight. I got some Wild Turkey and some Bush Light.
Yeah. By the way, Immortal, am I getting GTA 6 shit? Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I didn't think because I knew that it got delayed, and it was a huge news story. Everybody was crying over their wine and saying, "Oh my God, why again you do this to me?" why you do this to me? And I was like,
why
I
you
don't
do
really,
this to me, Dimitri?
yeah, I was like, I don't really care. But then after watching the trailer, I was like, nah, I do care. I hope it comes out when it's supposed to come out. I don't want any more delays. But yeah, man, Rocksteady, they always put up like stellar graphics. They do a great job with their characters. It looks so fire. By the way, we're not going to get copyright strike or anything like that because, again, yeah, there's music in it that would be considered non-copyright free, but it's still a trailer, so it's still transformative. So I think
I'm
we're
good
fine.
with that. I'm good with that. By the way, JT Customs is right. You got a good point, man. Like Thanksgiving 2 was supposed to come out in November or October of this year. We got nothing. We've got nothing. Bupkis so far. So I'm starting to think that we're not getting it this year either.
By the way, I was going to say this. It's not about Thanksgiving or video games at this point, but dude, I was listening to Quentin Tarantino talk about Psycho, and he was just talking about Anthony Perkins. He called him Tony Perkins. I was like, "You mean the guy from Heavyweights?" Lunch has been canceled. Deal with it. I don't know why he called him Tony Perkins, but anyway, he was talking about Janet Leigh and Tony Perkins, which I didn't know this, but when Psycho came out, Janet Leigh, which she was like, by the way, she can't even hold a flickering birthday candle, her acting performance to Tony Perkins, which is true. I don't think that, but she's the one that got nominated for an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress, and Anthony Perkins got nothing for
That's
that movie.
Insanity. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's
but
crazy.
I looked up who was the nominees for the year when Psycho came out because I think it was 1960. The nominees were like big heavy hitters, and the one that won was Charlton Heston and Ben-Hur. So I mean, he was, but the other, and there was a couple other big ones too. But yeah, it's insane to me that Janet Leigh, who's a fine actress, because Tarantino always says, he's like, outside of that movie in real life, she's not that good in that movie, but he's like, she's fine for what it is for the movie being in it, but the fact that she would get nominated and then they would overlook Anthony Perkins for his role, and not only in just Psycho, but in Psycho 2, he was like, Psycho 2 was fucking awesome. Dude, but it kind of reminded me of like how Toni Collette got overlooked for her role in Hereditary.
Yeah, it may be maybe just be a horror thing. I don't know, but dude, I have a big hole in my heart and in my butt, but like I have a big hole in my filmography when it comes to Hitchcock. Like I've seen The Birds and I've seen Psycho. That may be it. I've never seen Vertigo. I've never seen Rear Window. I've never seen Duelist Trio. I don't know. I can't think of it.
I think I've seen Rear Window, but it's been forever. Mom used to she loved Alfred Hitchcock. She'd actually rent those for us, which she was like,
that's dope.
She was like, don't you watch those horror movies now, boys? That's opening up the doorway to Satan. But she'd be like, oh, that Alfred Hitchcock could tell a story, buddy.
She'd be there smoking her Misty 3000.
What are you talking about? You can't go to church now. You'll burn. How dare you watch that? But no, you know what? And actually, speaking of which, that's true. The thing about the Alfred Hitchcock, because a lot of people have talked about whether, if he's overrated or not. I don't think he's overrated. I think he was a great storyteller. But Tarantino did hit on this, and I agree with that. He was like, I think that if Alfred Hitchcock if he had been his age in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s, and made the movies that he wanted to make, he would have been a different type of director. Because he said in the 50s he was constrained by the way that they were handling movies, and you couldn't show certain things. They had to use the chocolate syrup and all that stuff. And he's like, you could tell Alfred Hitchcock wanted to tell a different type of movie, and he couldn't.
That makes sense. I would love to talk to that guy. Like from what I've seen of like interviews and stuff with him, like he's a person in history that I would love to have a conversation with. Like, what's your deal, pal? No, no, I know exactly what Tarantino would be like.
He's like, dude, I think Tarantino would be fun to talk to, but it would be like trying to keep up with a weasel on cocaine. It's just, I don't know what you're saying anymore. You're
no, 100%, dude. By the way, I thought of my mom the other day, or last night, not last night, but the night before. Katie and I were watching Vice Principals. Dude, God, you got to watch that show. You're gonna fucking die laughing. It's so good. It's Walton Goggins and Danny McBride. But Walton Goggins is like kind of like, he's prissy. Like he's not like, but like he's like super prissy and like well dressed and stuff like that. But he's a super asshole. He's like, fuck you, Neil Gamby. And like that's how he talks and shit. But he pulled out a cigarette and he's sitting there smoking like this. And it was one of those Misties. It was like one of the long, like thin ones that like the Misty 3000 that she used to smoke. And I was like, holy shit, I haven't seen one of those in forever.
Mom smoked. They were actually, I think they were Misty 120s. But I think there's another one called Tourney, Tourney, like Tourney 120s. I can't remember. It had like a blue white pack. But yeah, I remember, but I didn't have cigarettes or something, and I would she would give me a pack of her cigarettes, and I had just got my license, and I was driving around with my Dodge Neon, or was cruising around the town, and somebody would see me later on after, like, I saw you driving around, you had a long cigarette. Just like it was like a Cruella DeVille
Yeah,
cigarette.
that's what they look like.
Like I'd be sitting there smoking that shit because I didn't have.
Well, y'all, it'd be funny because I come over your house and I knew you'd be down bad when I'd see you pop open a pack of Misties. Like Winston Lights, like a Big Dad had Winston Lights. I'm like, oh, you're just smoking Big Dad cigarettes. But when you pop out one of Mom's cigarettes, I'm like, damn, he's down bad this week. But you guys would take scissors and you would cut the fucking filters off of those cigarettes and like just smoke like you would. I guess you wouldn't get the nicotine you wanted, so you'd be smoking straight filterless fucking old lady cigarettes.
Skinned them smoke wagons. Yeah, you try to be like, you're like, yeah, I'm smoking a cigarette, I'm awesome, like Wyatt Earp, but you're not. You literally have a 120 misty 120s hanging out your lip. You're not going to be intimidating with that. I'm sorry, but anyway,
that totally takes away the cool factor. Now you're just like, I'm addicted.
Black lungs, yeah, 100%. I got the black lungs, pop.
Hey, they still smoke though.
Virginia Slims, yeah, maybe they were Virginia. Holly said Virginia Slims. Maybe they were Virginia Slims. I can't remember.
My parents wouldn't buy me cigarettes, but your all's parents would buy you cigarettes. And I remember going around, we'd go around Big Dad sometimes. She'd be like, Big Dad, go in there and give me a pack of cigarettes. I'm like, God damn it. He'd go inside and he would come out. And he would, just to be an asshole, dude, he would buy us a carton of fucking Kentucky Best, like the nastiest fucking cigarettes you can find. You'd be like, what the fuck is this shit, Big Dad?
Dude, when I dropped out of school for a little while, and then I went back. And got my high school diploma. But for a little while, for like 3 months, I dropped out, and then I went back. But when I dropped out, we went to this, dude, it was like some of the most rundown ghetto fucking like GED school you've ever seen in your life, dude. Like you could hear gunshots in the distance and someone screaming.
I know. We used to pick up Cody from there for band practice.
Oh,
He dropped out too.
I know. I went there, and I wasn't in class with Cody, but when we dropped it off, it was like literally being dropped off, and like I can like imagine going across the border to North Korea. Like that's what it felt like. When I got into the classroom, there was this old, like, dude, I never learned shit because the guy that taught the class, I was in there with the worst people, dude. There was a guy named Quentin. I can't say his last name, but he got kicked out of school for bringing a gun. No shit.
It's okay. He's probably dead.
He might be. But this motherfucker like got kicked out for bringing a gun to school. And he also like, he would like steal shit, and he'd come into the school and he'd be like, hey, Jay, do you want to buy something? He'd like throw open his coat, and he'd have like CB radios and shit in his coat and ask it. He's like, give me $2 and it's yours. I was like, I don't even know what a fucking CB radio is. But he was in there and he was like huffing whiteout in the corner, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah. And I was like, here we go, this is gonna be tough. And the teacher was this old Vietnam vet, and like exactly how you imagine. He was kind of overweight because you could smell the alcohol on him. He had like Gary Busey style, like stringy hair, and he'd be like, anyway, so what was going on? And his job was literally to teach like multiple subjects, and this motherfucker didn't know anything about anything except the one thing he did have is cool stories, war stories, because he had this fucking really bad scar on his arm. He would tell us about the war in Vietnam, but we'd go outside with him on breaks and smoke, and he'd give us like, he had Kentucky Best, and he would give me one.
It's gnarly, man.
Yeah, I'd be smoking it. I'd be smoking it, and literally I'd smoke like 2 drags off of it, and the whole fucking thing of tobacco would just fall out of the cigarette. Like I would like be smoking it, and then I'd go to flip, and the whole thing fell out, and it would just be paper. And I'm like, well, I was like, hey man, can I get another one? Because the tobacco fell out. He's like, no, buddy, that's about all I can give you. I gotta save me some. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I told Big Dad about that. He's like, well, honey, that's because what they do with that shit is they scrape up that tobacco from the factory floor and they just put it in the cigarette. So you're getting all sorts of nasty. It's not packed well. It's probably held together with Elmer's glue. To
be fair, that's what he said about Wendy's chili too. He said they just scrape all that hamburger off the floor and put it in the chili.
Yeah, and I was like, well, that's what. And he was like, well, honey, that's why they're cheap. That's why they're $1.70 or whatever they were. I'm like, yeah, that's true.
Oh shit! D-Land said, "Good Jay hunting."
I didn't have the smarts in there. I was out of place for sure. I definitely should have been in there because I'd wear clothes like this. The other guys in there would wear like the starter kit that, you know, I've got 3 baby mamas and I'm not paying my child support. And I've been in and out of prison for, you know, since I was 18. They're wearing, you know, like the Charlotte Hornet shit.
Like
the
white dudes wearing FUBU jerseys.
Well, no, they weren't wearing. No, they can't afford no FUBU. They were wearing like the fucking Charlotte Hornet starter jackets from Walmart and like, you know, breakaway pants and like the fucking the shoes you get. The old man shoes you get at Walmart too.
the Shaquille O'Neal Walmarts.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out by the way to Shaquille O'Neal. Like he's the only dude that was like, you know what? I'm gonna put my fucking shoes at Walmart so that people can afford them shits. You know what I mean? They were like, I don't need the Foot Locker ugly ass Adidas 9.7 GZs.
Yeah,
but
it is weird. Back in the day, I wasn't obsessed with it, but it definitely was a stigma to get your clothes at Walmart. Nowadays, it's like, man, that's fucking good shit over there.
Walmart's got some nice shit, dude. They got
dude, they do. It's like, but once you get older and fatter and uglier, you just don't care about what you look like. You're most like, hey, does it fit? It fits. Okay, we'll wear it, and that's what it is. It's not name brand hunting anymore.
Hell, man, I saw somebody in the chat earlier. I meant to say, they asked me about the shirt I'm wearing. They said, was that a reference to something? I'm like, no, dude, this is I don't know what it's a reference to because I bought it at fucking Goodwill, but I liked it and it fits well. But apparently it's a roller coaster in Santa Claus, Indiana. It's a roller coaster, which is total horseshit because, like, I don't ride roller coasters, so I'm a poser, I guess.
He says, "Boo-foo, buy us, fuck you." That's what they were wearing. They were wearing boo-foos. They were wearing boo-foos.
Did you see that in Sinners? He's like, we're starting our own bar. He was like, for us, by us. And I was like, hey, man, you still boo-boo slime. That's not okay.
I did hear that. I chose to ignore it because I already been completely annihilated with how I treated people or my ancestors did in the past. I was like, I'm just not even listening anymore. No, I did hear that.
I'm gonna get a beverage, and then when I come back, we'll see what you guys are doing.
All right. God, that's gross. Holy shit.
Anybody like that? No. Okay, I'll be right back.
Do it again.
Get that smoke wagon.
I wear XJ's 900. What's that? No, it's not. Is that real? I wear XJ 900. That's something like you sound like you have to send away for after 2 proofs of purchase from Kellogg's. I don't believe you. JT says, you guys ever been to Dollywood? Yeah, I actually went there a few times. Mom and Dad took us when we were younger. I liked it. I mean, there weren't like a lot of choices for fun, like amazing roller coaster, but it was all right. You got PF Flyers? Well, then you can take on the beast anytime. You can pickle the beast. There was barely any scenes of racism, Stacy says. No, I sense like, yeah, I don't know. There was quite a few. Well, it wasn't like overly done, but there were some uncomfortable moments, I should say. I wear shit stained underwear. Well, that's just called, you're recycling, and you're being frugal. Wear them shit stained underwear.
Hey, I'm not gay. Don't say that. Wear
them shit stained undies.
It's okay.
Big Dad had a pair of underwear. After a while, it was so old. It was made out of like paper. He just wouldn't get new ones. And he'd have holes in them, and he'd be like, honey, Mom would be like, we got to get you some new underwear, Larry. He's like, now don't bother me anymore. They're fine. I was like, no, Dad, there's a black hole in the back of your underwear, your butt cheek sticking out. I was like, well, then don't look at it. That's what he's like. He's like, well, then don't look at it.
I get all my clothes at Marshall's now. It's like the grown-up Walmart. Shit might be like the left sleeve might be a little short of the right sleeve, but I don't care, man. I got this shit for $11.99. I
like Marshall's. I don't like that. It's not all like you have to really look for the shit. It's all like put on different hangers, and I don't know. I don't like it.
I go so often; it's pretty easy for me to find it. But
I like it when it's all folded up nice. I smell some nice cologne.
I like to fold you up like a taco. Fuck you, Papa Head. Hey, fellas, did you see the new second teaser trailer for GTA? We're gonna watch it tonight.
Gonna watch it, Papa.
We're gonna watch it with you. Michael Parton, super excited for the Conjuring Last Rites trailer. Tamari. Also, did you guys watch the Long Walk trailer? We're gonna watch it tonight. Michael,
I haven't watched it. I'm excited though. I think they cast Mark Hamill as the main bad guy in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they did. I was looking forward to see what you thought about it. I haven't watched it. I watched like 10 seconds of it, and I was like, what am I doing? We should watch this tonight. And it's not from Universal, so we can do that. We'll watch that in a little bit. That time. Skip the early screening of Clown in a Cornhole for this mess. Chalice Loomis make me laugh. Yeah, dude. I knew that screening was tonight, and I was like, oh shit, I was probably gonna go to a movie early, but I'd rather be here with you guys, just like you. I don't know how to make you laugh unless I spread my butt cheeks and put a bell in between there, and then every time I walk, you can hear it jingle, and you go, ha, he's got a bell in his butthole.
I'm not your clown, nighttime. You little weeded asshole. Shut up.
Oh, me. As Poop Anakin Skywalker says, you guys should check out the sensational Skywalker sound if you want some interesting music. I feel like something tells me that like you don't really mean that. When you say interesting music. I feel like it's gonna be like a horse.
It's like
fucking
two goats
soundtrack.
fucking or something. It's gonna be
Yeah.
crazy.
Ah!
I was like, so that's what Luke sounded like when he fell. That was what the actual sound was.
Oh, sorry. Ice Skate Jesus, good to see you, buddy. He says, ate some gummies, watched Warfare.
Wow, dude.
Slenderman.
That's adventurous.
Before Slenderman sings that song, I gotta say, that is absolutely the worst fucking idea that a human being can have. Warfare fucked me up stone sober at like 10 a.m. in the morning. If I had gummies to see that, I'd just left. I'd have left like halfway through.
I still have to watch it.
I hear it's on the Icelandic slopes.
I see. Yes, I have heard of these slopes. They are somewhere a distance in the.
I saw it, Peter. I respect film.
I do too.
I
respect it so much. I don't want to go. I think it's too artistic for me. I'll stay away. Me and mother, you know what we need, and the shake below tush on that catwalk. Yeah, on that catwalk. Yeah, on that catwalk. Me shake below tush on that catwalk. I know it wasn't the chorus, but I just wouldn't do that part.
It's a great song, dude.
It is a great
I
song.
wouldn't know what he was talking about, but I know that.
Dude, you know, Right Said Fred, the band that did that whole song went over people's head. I think when it came out, they were making fun of the fashion industry when it came out. That was the whole point. It was a joke, and I think people were like,
"It's really gay."
It was a gay anthem. Definitely, adopted it. But I'm saying like it was meant to make fun of the fashion industry.
Oh,
because they were like, they're all full of themselves, and everybody thought they were a model and hot, whatever. I only knew that because I watched VH1 Behind the Music.
I like the little bubbles. I missed them.
That's pop-up video. Boop.
Yeah, that shit was good. Behind the Music. VH1 had some, like, mostly they sucked. Mostly VH1 was like, that's like soft shit. Like VH1 was like, but like they had a couple great shows in their run.
Well, VH1 was. I always thought VH1 was considered like older people's like music. Station, because MTV had the TRL and all that stuff, and then VH1 was like, hey, slow it down, let's just have a nice night.
An evening with Rod Stewart.
I like it. That's a good time.
But they did. I mean, last time we had to watch VH1 was like when the Scream season 3 came out, like randomly it was like, this shit's gonna be on VH1 because nobody wants to watch this dog shit.
Yeah, are they even still around? VH1?
I don't think so, dude.
Yeah, God, I don't think so. It's crazy.
Yeah, how did they fall so far? Brandon Avery said, "Who are you and why are you in my house?"
I don't know. I heard there was pizza. Sorry, I guess not. I guess I'll leave.
I had Little Caesars for dinner tonight.
Are they still doing the? Oh, they're not $5. There was a point of contention. A lot of people got pissed off. They don't do the $5 hot and ready anymore, right? Isn't it like $7 now?
I mean, basically. So like tonight, I got a large cheese.
Oh, you actually ordered.
No, like I just went through the window, but I got a large pep and a large cheese, and I got breadsticks and sauce, and it was $17. So that's not much more than $5.
But you didn't get the hot and ready. You actually
no, it's a hot and ready. Yeah, you just go in the window and they give it to you.
Oh, God, how fat of a society have we all become? It's like, yeah, I just go to the drive-through and get the pizza now. I don't even have to go in. I don't do anything.
Dude, I'm proud of myself. Like I'm proud. Like last night, Katie got Chipotle. And like she bought Chipotle, and I don't want to know what the fuck that costs. Mine was $17. I bet hers was upwards of almost $50 for 4 Chipotle bowls.
I heard Chipotle was in some financial troubles. I hope not. I have to go there at least once before they close.
You said that, but I haven't heard anything since you
maybe
said that.
I think it was actually maybe it was maybe it was the company that owns it or something was in some financial trouble. They were reorganizing under a bankruptcy or something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, Jay tried to fucking fat fearmonger me. Like we were hanging out at Eric's and he was like, dude, did you hear about Chipotle? They're shutting down. I'm like, maybe a couple occasions. Like, no, the whole thing's shutting down. I was like, what are you talking about? And like, nothing's happened. You fat fear mongering.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that scene where in the Goonies where Chunk watches the police chase and then he goes and tries to tell all of his friends and they're like, yeah, it's even more amazing that when Michael Jackson showed up your house and asked to use the bathroom, he's like, okay, Michael Jackson didn't show up to ask to use my bathroom, but his sister did. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta get a soda.
Enjoy being a member, Kyle. It's a good time to join the membership, guys. Posting all sorts of stuff on the membership. All sorts of stuff on the YouTube and on the Patreon. More than we've ever posted before. Crazy Sate said, hola, bro, amigos. You both look as tipsy as me. Let's go. Still waiting on your thoughts on the King Spawn set photos. Give them to me. Dude, I completely fucking forgot about that. And I believe you sent them to my Instagram, correct? I believe you sent them to I will check. I never open my Instagram messages. There's a lot of dongs in there. I don't want to be tempted. No, I never. Oh, that was fast. That was lightning quick. By the way,
I got a soda.
Ah, yes, Diet Coke. So clearly, we're not both as tipsy as you. Ha!
What?
We're good people. He said we look as tipsy as him. I might be.
Oh, I'll be there soon. I have not yet begun to defile myself when I start drinking.
I will check that. I apologize for totally forgetting about that, man. Get it up, Mike. Get it up. Jay, have you seen Clown in a Cornfield yet?
Yeah, I see it all the time when I look at myself in the mirror. No, I have not seen the actual film Clown in a Cornfield.
Yeah, I think it came out tonight. They had select showings of it tonight. Definitely gonna watch it. Mega watch it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's next week. Final Destination is next week.
Is it next week? I don't think so.
Is it this week? Oh shit! Because we got a Patreon on Friday.
Oh, we do. Let me check this out. Like, movie list stats. Let's have a look at the schedule, guys. As men and women, there's a couple of those here. I swear. I saw Holly earlier.
She's here.
Yeah,
and Shelly Beans is here too.
Yeah, it's not as thoughts. It's not. Clown or Cornfield, Fight or Flight comes out this week. Oh, we're gonna have reviews for both of those. Oh, look, dude, they look at this crap right here. Look at this woke shit right
what is
here.
That?
Juliet and Romeo. It's Romeo and Juliet. Disney.
Is that really what they're doing? Is that why they switched the name, or they put Juliet first?
I have no idea. I don't know what the fuck that is. I have no idea. I'm just kidding.
Well, if you're gonna wear it on your sleeve, wear it on your sleeve.
Correct,
we are woke and proud.
Final Destination Bloodline is next week. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
That's what we like to see.
Excited.
By the way, I saw Tomo as asking a very important question, and
I'm gay.
Is it pop or soda? I call it soda, but when I was younger, I called it pop.
I enjoy calling it pop more. I probably say soda more often, but I get a little bit of joy out of calling it pop.
Yeah, I think I got kind of embarrassed because when I was younger, some northern folk came down and I was calling it pop. He's like, "Why do you all call it pop?" He's like, "We don't call it pop. It's soda." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "It's just like a redneck thing." And I'm like, "I'm not a redneck, so I'll call it soda too."
Yeah, no, I don't like it when they.
He shamed me into calling it soda.
I like pop. It sounds funner that way, personally. But next week is Final Destination and Hurry Up Tomorrow, which I'm not going to see. I give a fuck about a weekend directed fucking horror movie. It's probably going to be doo-doo on a diaper stick. The week after that, Mission Impossible. Jay, you got 2 weeks.
No, I know. That's why I was going to wait until next week to start on that, because I don't know if you guys know about this. So what we're doing for Patreon, we're trying to pump up some Patreon stuff for y'all. I've not seen Mission Impossible 3, 4, 5, or 6, and I wanted to make sure I want to catch up on all of them so I can go see Final Reckoning and give a review on it. That's fair. So I'm going to watch 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then I'm going to put up the reviews exclusively on Patreon for y'all to enjoy.
And members only. Same thing.
Oh yeah, members only. Yeah. And it's gonna be a good time. A little nervous about it, but I'm gonna be fine. It ain't gonna be live or nothing. I can screw up as much as I want. And if I call out something that's wrong, ain't nobody in the chat gonna tell me so. So
yeah, Jay's gonna watch all them shits and review them all for you guys. And I'm just, dude, I'm excited to experience a new Mission Impossible like with you, because like even if we don't go see it together, to review it together, because I've been watching these fucking Mission Impossible movies for like 15 goddamn years now, and I'm always like, dude, the new Mission Impossible is so good. And you're like, oh, really? That's cool. Anyway, what's going on? I'm like, I want to talk about it.
You know, I think I might have lied though. I think maybe I did see Ghost Protocol, because remember we were using that term when we were going to karaoke bars, and if I were like trying to hook up with somebody that was not exactly what you would consider traditionally attractive, we would call Ghost Protocol and we would leave.
Yeah, that's just because it sounded cool to say that.
Yeah, maybe I didn't see it. I don't know, but either way, I don't remember it. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And I'm actually very confident moving forward, because Mike told me, and then my brother told me too. He's like, it's Mission Impossible 3 is awesome, and then it gets better and better and better. The only thing is, the runtime sucks, dude. I cannot believe those movies are that fucking long.
Yeah, they are long, and they get longer as they go. But I would say, honestly, personally, my favorite's Fallout. My second favorite's probably Mission Impossible 3, and then my favorite, third favorite's probably the original because of nostalgia. But they're all good. Everything but. Like 2's not great. 2's
that's so weird. Though. That's what Cody says too. I don't know why. I always liked Mission Impossible 2. I don't know.
I like it.
I thought it was a fun movie. I didn't think it was bad. I don't think it was I don't think it was on the same level as Mission Impossible 1. They just leaned a lot more heavily into the action in Mission Impossible 2. But I liked the story fine. I thought it was a cool villain. I thought the whole thing with Ving Rhames and like him getting more of a center role in part 2 was cool.
Dude, wait until you see the villain in Mission Impossible 3, Philip Seymour Hoffman. Oh my God. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good.
Corey says MI2 is the worst of the series. Well, yeah, apparently everyone like thinks that Mission Impossible 3 onwards is amazing. I'm just saying, like, that's the only 2 I remember I've watched, and I like the second one fine.
I think everybody here agrees with me. Fallout's the best. Fallout's the best one. Like, I'm seeing it in the chat. Fallout, dude, when you get there, it's like, oh my God. But yeah, no, Mission Impossible comes out May 23rd, along with Friendship. That movie looks hilarious. We watched the trailer for that. That's gonna be a fun watch. And then the last week of May, still with bangers, Bring Her Back, which I saw some reactions on Twitter, and apparently you can't really trust it because it's these festivals and everyone's like, oh my fucking God. Every fucking movie, every week. But like, I still think it's gonna be great. And then Karate Kid Legends, which I really don't have an interest in.
I'll probably the more I've seen some more trailers for it, I'm kind of losing a little steam, but I'm still gonna watch it though. I think I
feel like you do have to finish Cobra Kai before you watch it though. If you're gonna watch
no, they don't have anything to do with it.
No, yeah, it does, dude, because they fucking pulled in Machichio.
Yeah, but it's not. It literally it's not connected.
Oh, I just thought maybe it probably mattered. But
I mean, if you look at Daniel LaRusso in the Karate Kid Legends, does he look like he owned a car dealership? No, he looks like shit.
My kid just scared the shit. My kid was walking in I could see the landscape over here, and I seen something walking by, and it's my own child.
By the way, Crazy Saint says Lilo and Stitch. LOL. I've never seen Lilo and Stitch the cartoon, so I know it's a live action, right? So I didn't know, but it sounded after I found out what it was, I was like, that actually sounds pretty cool. I might watch the animated, and then maybe if it's good, I'll watch the live action. It's like the creature goes into different Disney worlds. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
I honest to God, I saw the Lilo and Stitch commercial at the Super Bowl, and I was like, that looks fun. Actually, I've never been a Lilo and Stitch guy. But I don't like a lot of Disney stuff, though.
Yeah. I have to figure out a way if I go to see Lilo and Stitch alone, how that's going to work out. And be like, oh, my kid ran in there. I got to go get him out.
Yeah, just drive your rickety white van with like blacked out windows. It'll be fine.
I mean, I feel like that's just a normal thing.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to look twice at that.
Yeah. Totally, dude. I swear to God, when Katie and I started dating, like early in our relationship, like one of our first dates out as a couple was like in the daytime. And like we went to like the shitty dollar theater that was always super sketchy. It's not around anymore. It hasn't been a long time.
Yeah.
You okay, buddy? You all right there? But we went to see this. It was Unaccompanied Minors was the name of the movie. And we just went there to make out, but like we were the only ones in the theater. It was like a daytime showing of this Justin Long like teen movie or whatever. It was a kids movie, but like there was one other person there in the front of the theater, and it was this really creepy guy. And he sat in the first row of an empty theater by himself, watching this teenager movie, and was just sketchy as hell. And then when we went to leave, we watched him get in his car, and he literally got in a rickety white van with like bars on the windows and like drove off. And we were like, that guy's PDF file.
I think that he was also maybe just a missionary. He's a hunting in ancient. He's a hunting the Holy Spirit. You don't know.
It was probably like some famous movie reviewer.
It might have been.
He had to see it all. He had to see everything. We judged him.
I never saw anything that was weird that would be considered weird like that. Like into it. I like one of the most embarrassing times I had is when I went on a date with this girl, and I got I had set it up to see like one of those. It wasn't a rom-com. I don't remember what came out. Was it Swim Fan? It was some shit that the girl would, like a girl would like to. It was something like that.
Pretty dope, actually.
And I ended up getting up the times wrong, and I was like, God damn it, because we got up to the movie ticket window, and I was like, 2 for this, and they're like, oh, that already started like 20 minutes. I was like, God.
Mind your business. I like to show.
Then I was like, no, I was like, all right. And then I got our tickets, and she's like, oh, we're gonna. And I was like, no, so we're gonna have to go see Austin Powers 3. It is what it is. And then I thought, but anyway, it was embarrassing because she did. And then I remember like sitting there, and those little arm things like on the seats folded up, and I opened it up, and then she looked at me weird, so I set it back down. And I was I was like, we'll just have fun. We'll laugh at the movie together and be friends. We'll be friends.
I wonder if kids today know about like the movie date and all it entailed. Like we had some wild times in the movies as teens, man. Yeah. Now they just scream chicken jockey and throw popcorn everywhere.
No, I won't be on that. I won't be on that showing ever.
We were in there trying to. Never mind. I'm not going to say it. I don't know who's around in the house right now. But anyway, what were we talking about? Cineroth. Hey guys, got hard at the dentist because the assistant was hot. You and Jay, you're like it
is what it is.
Weirdos in public together.
It's not weird. It's not
they
weird.
explained how a tooth extraction works, and down it went. Oh, dude, there's nothing worse than the dentist.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I was gonna say mine is different. It was an optometrist, and she wasn't yanking or pulling out a tooth.
There was no fear involved.
Like yours is like a lot, like a more extreme. You're like, I like pain. Give it to me. Oh God damn it.
To be fair, he said it went down when she explained.
Well, that's true, but I'm saying, but yeah, but if she was just like a hot assistant, you're like that. Like that makes me nervous. Like, I'm sorry, my teeth are all fucked up. You're hot though.
He's like, when they take it out.
Yeah,
when they take it out, do they put it back?
Well, the thing about that,
and do they take it out again? And do they put it back in? And then they take it out again.
Yeah, you do. I'm not gonna get back into the optometrist story because I should have never even revealed that with you guys because apparently I'm some kind of weird freak. But at the end of the day, that chick wasn't even hot, and I still I still stood at attention for some fucking reason. I had to figure out a way to get that down before I like went out and my wife and I went home, and I was like, that's stupid.
She was probably like, now read from this.
It was a combination of a few things. Okay, the whispering parts and the gently touching of the face while she was like trying to. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was.
Touching your face. I feel
she was like doing
that's not normal practice.
It wasn't like touching my face, but it was kind of like it wasn't like she was like a blind person trying to feel my face. It was just like she was trying to position my face, and just the slightest touch like did it. I don't know.
She's like, for some reason, she was putting two fingers in my mouth.
Apparently, it works. It works. So I was fine with it. I was like, hey, it's fine. You know what? Get you there.
Wow, the advances in eyesight have gone a long way.
They're doing all sorts of crazy things over there.
Alex Larson said, "What's cooking, fellas? Just wanted to say thanks for all you guys do. Mike, I'm going to see Blink for the first time on 9/1. Oh, dude, that's awesome. First time? Man, I wish I could experience that through your eyes. I'm so excited for you, Alex. That's awesome, man. I'm going in September for like the fucking embarrassing number of times with the kids. Got lawn tickets. Gonna be a good time. I'm excited for you, man. Let us know how it is. Come back and let us know how it is. I'm pumped.
One day Mark's gonna recognize you. Like, what's up, loser? You're here again.
He's recognized me.
My night's made.
You know, he's been like, I see you out there, and I'm like, I know.
That's called. That sounds like that shit from Saving Silverman when they have like everything dedicated to Neil Diamond. Look, you could say we're fans, even though
I swear
it's a restraining order. We're still fans.
I swear to God, the singer for Seether fucking saw me in an audience once and was like, "I fucking remember you, dude." And I was like, "Oh my God!" Like, I swear that fucking happened.
Isn't the guy that had the sweaty pits that shoved your face in there? It's like,
yeah. I used to go see.
That's probably why, dude. That's probably why, because he remembers shoving your face into his armpits. Like,
dude, the weirdest thing is I only saw Sum 41 one time, but it was right when they released Does This Look Infected? So it was pretty much at like the height of them, right after All Killer No Filler, after they had Fat Lip and all the songs. But I went to see them at Bogart's, and as people know at Bogart's, that's where we met Jimmy Eat World. You go around after the back of the show, you get yelled at by the security guards, but you can hang tough, and then you can meet the bands. You
said hanging tough.
Hanging tough. But by the way, I only hear that in Loomis's voice now. Hanging tough.
Yeah.
But Derek Whibley, the singer of Sum 41, I had a picture, and by picture I don't mean on a phone. I mean like a 2x4, like actual picture. It's gone. It's lost to the world. But I had a picture with him because when I met them, dude, he was surrounded by like all these girls and stuff like that. And I was just like, hey, I just want to shake your hand real quick. Say, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
But dude, I took a picture with him real quick. And in the picture, he's holding a fucking quart, like not a fifth, but like a handle of Jack Daniels. And it's cold as shit outside. He's wearing a big bubble jacket. And it's little Derek Whibley with his hair all spiked up. And he's holding a quart of Jack Daniels. And he looks scared as shit. I'm not. It's not just me. There's like 10 girls around him in the photo.
Because he was afraid they're going to take his alcohol from him because he had
yeah, dude. But he was holding it like this, and his eyes were all dark and bad, and he was just, dude. He looked fucking miserable. And now going back and reading his autobiography and all the messed up, awful shit he was going through at those times, I'm like, oh my god, I totally get it. That's just one of those weird things that, like, back in your old age,
I'd be like, hey, can I get a sip of that real quick?
Yeah, I want some. No, I did make jokes with Steve-O about Austin Powers, and I did a bad Austin Powers impression, which I'm pretty embarrassed about. But yeah, no, it's weird. I was like 16. I don't know.
Luckily, I've never had any awkward moments meeting any kind of celebrity that was a
not
rock
you.
Star. Not me. This guy right here, consummate professional.
Yeah,
all I asked was the goddamn lead singer of Jimmy Eat World to say it correct, and he couldn't even do that. So guess what? Your acting sucks, and as a director, you're fired.
Dude, that computer got stolen because I went to work one night and I had it on top of my car, and I was working third shift and just forgot I had it in the car, and someone stole it off the side of the road. But that computer had the actual video of Jay holding the camera on the Jimmy Eat World guy, directing him on what to say. And Jimmy Eat World's like, get some wham up.
I'm working with children here. I was like, no, you got to say it with some. It's not a question. Like, that's what he didn't understand. When first off, I didn't care that he was the lead singer of Jimmy Eat World and that he had done 12 and a half hours on stage or whatever. I didn't care that he was tired. I was like, listen, I paid money for your ticket. You're out of here. Let's talk about it. And he was like being like real confused about what I was asking. He's like, all you gotta do is look at the camera and say, get some wham up in you. But he kept on doing it, like very like slow and like very questionable ways. And I was like, you know what? Forget about it. Like, obviously, you don't want to do it, and I don't want to keep on wasting time. So
what is it you guys doing? It is like, we talk about Michael Myers. Could you just say the line? Could you say the line?
I thought I was being very professional. I was like, dude, you make music videos. How is this any different? Like, when the director tells you, hey, do this, you do it. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, you're interested.
Dude, that was like when I met Chevelle, and like I didn't know this, but the lead singer is a germaphobe. And like, my first thing to do when you meet a new person is be like, hey man, I really appreciate, whatever. And like, I reached out to shake his hand, and he goes, and then the other guy was like, he's the germaphobe. I was like, oh no, it's fine. I'm so sorry. But then within the 10-minute conversation, 3 different times, I was like, no, that's cool, man. That's cool. Every time I was like, oh fuck, I forgot. And I'm like, well, it's nice to meet you. Ah shit, I did it again.
By the way,
I made it so fucking uncomfortable.
I will say, now that I think about it more, I think the reason why he was saying it, Jimmy Eat World lead singer, was that he didn't know what it was about. So I think he thought we were like trying to get him to like, do an opening for a gay porn like production company or
probably
something.
Did.
He was like, get some wham up in you. He's like, is this legal? Like, what the fuck is this? Like he probably didn't know if he was going to be splashed on an opening for something weird. And he's going to see it like adult bookstores.
I wish I could show you guys the video so bad. I wish it wasn't lost to the ether, but he was so boyish in the way he was there. So he was like, get some wham up in you.
I didn't see boyish. What I saw was a stubborn musician that just didn't want to help his fans out. Like, that's what
I was so drunk, and yet my soul still managed to leave my fucking body.
By the way, I didn't. Gabe says, I think Jay nearly puked. No. That's what always happens when I have a sip of the old apple juice. It kind of gets me. It hits in the wrong way, as they say.
Yeah, it's the first sip. By the way, you gotta next time we're in person together, you gotta try that Sotol. By the way, guy that plays volleyball with us actually speaks Spanish, and I was trying to explain to him what that liquor was, and I was like, Sotol, and he was like, you mean Sotol? And I was like, oh fuck, I feel stupid.
It's like, you think you're better than me just because you can say it right?
You gotta try it, dude. It's so good. Like, I'm saving you some to try it next time you're over. Just have a little sippy sip. It's so good. It's the Matthew Lillard liquor or whatever.
Oh god, I'm not. Ugh.
Yeah,
it just depends on. Well, after a couple of old brewskis, and it's like, then I start asking my like some kind of like girlfriend, like, hey baby, will you make me some Mountain Dew vodka? Like, yeah, I'll get it, because I don't know how to mix drinks at all. Like, I would probably pour too much in there and like die like Bon Scott. So I'm like, I'll just let someone that actually knows what they're doing, which probably isn't a good idea because Mike's wasted too. So he's like, I made it a double. And it might be like a quadruple.
This is true. But whenever you ask for it, I'm like, he doesn't really want it. So if I just change the subject like 10 minutes later, you'll forget that you ever asked for it. Well, the only time you ever asked for it is
until I'm driving home. And I'm like, fuck, I should have got that. I want that liquor.
Riding home with his ride is what.
Oh yeah, I don't drive. I don't even. I'm scared of cars.
Jack Plays GTA 6 trailer. Woo! Also, I enjoyed Thunderbolts. We did too, man. Like
cool, man.
Thunderbolts a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it apparently, or I mean, I don't know. I thought it was doing pretty well, but they're like, "Oh, it's disastrous for Marvel. The movie fails to meet box office expectations, and it's all doom and gloom." I was like, "All right, well, generally speaking, and I think we said that in the review. I don't usually like what Marvel does anymore, but I thought it was a pretty good goddamn movie. To be fair, I thought it was a pretty solid movie. I think I give it an 8.
No, I loved it, dude. I loved it just this. You gave it 8.5. I gave it an 8, but we both liked it a lot.
8.5, yeah.
That's the kind of shit I would rather see out of Marvel, just like grounded stories like that have emotion in them. Like I thought they did a really good job with it.
I thought it's not for everybody, but I by the way, it was pretty cool. I did see somewhere that they had posted a billboard. I don't know if it was in California, but it's like got their pictures and they took off Thunderbolts and they put the new Avengers on.
Oh yeah, they're actually like openly doing that.
That's cool. That's cool, man. I don't know.
But no, I will say this, like if you're like us and you've been really unimpressed with Marvel for the past few years, go see Thunderbolts. It's a movie.
Yeah.
Like it actually is its own movie, which is really refreshing. Like it's enjoyable.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's easy if you're going to go in and close mind about the whole thing and just immediately say I hate everything about it. I mean, I went in like expecting it to be whatever.
Oh, fuck.
But it, but I had an open mind enough to at least realize or to give it a chance. And it actually was good. A lot of people are saying that they're glazing I saw a post on Reddit. They're like, why is everybody glazing Wyatt Russell? Everybody's all about U.S. agent now. I was like, I don't hear that at all. Like, I even said in the review, I was like, Wyatt Russell is not that great of an actor in that particular role. I mean, he's a good actor, but he just doesn't. I don't think he's found his footing yet. But I don't know. I thought the best in that whole movie was the guy that played Red Guardian. I can't remember his name.
David Harbour.
Yeah, I thought he was
David
great.
Harbour and Florence Pugh and Bill Pullman's son were all fantastic in that. I felt like sorry about that. My knee just fucking popped out of place for a second. That shit hurt.
Nighttime. I know you just meant it like he was like, I hated it, but it reminded me of that. You guys ever seen In Living Color? Hated it with David Wade's. They were like the gay movie reviewers. Hated it. You know what this movie could have used more of? Some good old tight buns. I love me a good football movie when they fit in front of me. I love those kind of movies. But that one actress that was in that movie, hated it.
We should start doing that, honestly. We are going to watch the GTA 6 trailer here in a bit. Michael Parton, how's y'all's fellas join me in the ranch for a rodeo? I ain't talking about riding no bulls, no real ones, that is. You talking about a dude ranch? We're going to take baths together, eat some beans, have a Brokeback Mountain or 5.
All right. It's cold out here. Let's go into this tent really quick. I know what's happening. I am not being fooled.
You will put that corn cob away. Matt Roberts says, Mike, you always saw Zach Kreger, the Barbarian director, Craig Zeggers, and I just need to know if that's a joke. It's literally a mix-up, Matt. Like a lot of videos that come out like talk about him, and like it's not a joke. Like I wish it was a joke. I'm dyslexic when it comes to that man's name, and I apologize for it. It's real. Zach Kreger.
Zach. No, I actually just don't hear it a lot, but Zach Kreger sounds like a manly man's dream. Get a Zach Kreger and get the party started. Get the party started with a Craig. Huh? Kreger's.
Dude, I always see this fucking semi truck around town, like dropping stuff off, and it's like it's some like wine or some shit like that, but it pisses me the fuck off. And it's one of those weird things that makes no sense that it sets me off, because it's some old dude in like a cowboy hat, and he's like holding up a glass of like whiskey or wine or some shit.
Yeah.
And the company, it's like the giant words on the side of the semi truck is like 3 cheers for Mr. Eggers. And it's like, oh my God, this jerk off who owns this wine company has them driving around in trucks that say 3 cheers for Mr. Eggers for 21. It's like, how can he be so fucking foolish? It's like James Gunn making sure his face is in every single promotion for Superman. Like, dude, we get it. You're direct. Can we just see Superman? Do you have to be in every fucking photo? We get it.
D-Lane said, Jack Burton semi truck. Yes, sir. The check is in the mail.
It's in the mail.
It's like, I bet that guy that you're talking about that drives around town selling his wine is probably listens to that truck. Yeah. That new
he's definitely not driving the truck. He's in a mansion somewhere, but he made sure to put his big old fucking face on every goddamn Spirits delivery van. Like 3 cheers to me. He's like,
by the way, I'm gonna say something controversial here, and it is what it be. Okay, I was thinking about this the other day, and it's just a fact, dude. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. My favorite John Carpenter movie is Big Trouble in Little China. It is what it be. Okay, it is what it be. No, it's not. Like Halloween is an amazing. No, Halloween is still like held up high forever in the horror genre, but as far as a John Carpenter movie, Big Trouble in Little China, where it's at every day.
Nobody likes to hear this, dude. Nobody likes to hear the truth. But that movie's a little overrated.
It is not overrated. Your face is overrated. It is not
meanders
overrated.
For like 30 minutes in the middle of that movie. It just meanders and does fucking nothing.
You don't even know what that word means. Stop saying it.
Meanders.
There's no cats in this movie. Meowers.
I like to meander around.
No, but here's the thing about that. By the way, Egg Shin, you are definitely saying that because your name is Egg Shin. But I'm just saying. But I don't know what it is about that movie, dude. It hits everything that I like about, like, it's got the wizardry of like the fucking the storms coming down. You got the old Jack Burton set in the middle of it with like a gunslinger type of vibe. You got the kung fu shit going on. It's fucking badass. By the way, I didn't know this either.
I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to pander to you people. All right, I'm here to tell the truth.
By the way, I will say I didn't know this either, but it was originally meant to be a Western. When John Carpenter and Kurt Russell do a commentary for the film, they were talking about it, and Kurt Russell's like, "Hey, didn't you originally write this as a Western?" He's like, "Yeah, it was legitimately a Western."
Yeah,
and then he was
like
he just changed it.
I like the end of it. Middle of it's like kind of soggy diaper syndrome, in my opinion. People don't like to hear that.
Jesus Christ, Wang, it's just a game.
The beginning is 10 out of 10, though. I love the first act of the movie for sure. Hell Raider says relationships will end, jobs will be lost, college failure rates will increase, all because of Grand Theft Auto 6.
100%, dude. The divorce rate's going to be higher than 50% for sure after that game comes out. It's going to be like 65. 100%.
Yeah, dude. People fucking love it. I think that's actually the problem for us normal folk. Is like I'll try to play it and I'll be like, dude, there's just too much to do. Like I literally don't have, and I don't mean this like I'm busier than other people. I do not have the time in my week, in my life, to get into this game the way this game requires me to get into it. You know?
Well, I think you could play it at your own pace. I mean, the thing I look at, like it's like being overwhelmed. It's a big open world game, and you're like, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to go. I'm just kind of overwhelmed. I'm just going to quit. What you do is you focus on one little mission at a time, and then you do that step by step, and eventually it just opens it up. You don't like. I think that when you get like, I got to do all this crazy shit, then you're overwhelmed and you don't know what to do. But if you just do a little bit at a time, it's all good.
Don't look at me like that.
That's how I used to do.
like
when I played, I was a huge open world game like Skyrim, for example, or even Oblivion before that. Like you're like, holy shit! It's just I can't get everywhere that I want to go, and what I got to do is I got to go to the mountaintop and get the power from the wizard so I can stop the dragons. And so I just focused a little bit on one thing at a time, and then it opens up the world. And you're like, now I get it. Now I'm the
dude. What happens to me is I get like obsessed with the completion of it. Like I think I'm broken inside, like as a human. Like I get obsessed with the completion, and then it starts to feel like work. Like I'm like I gotta get through this level. Like I can't put the control down until I get to a stopping point that pleases me, and like it fills me with anxiety, and then I'm not having fun anymore. And I'm just trying to get through this. I'm not even enjoying playing it anymore.
Well,
something in my old age broke me with video games. I can't explain it.
If grinding out to try to get like an impossible achievement or something like that, that's where it becomes like work. Like I've done the only game. There's a few games that I've done where I'm like, I got to get every trophy in the game. I did it for Skyrim. I've done it. There's a couple other games where I was like, I tried for Arkham Knight and I failed, but I almost got close. But those are where it becomes like work, and you're like, oh my god, because it's so frustrating to get all these achievements. But when you're just trying to finish the story, like you're just trying to finish the story, you're not being like obsessed about it. You're just like,
yeah, no,
I just want to see how it ends.
I get it. And like, to be honest, like and don't get me wrong, you guys, I'm jealous of people who can still enjoy like those long form video games. I'm extremely jealous. Like I wish that I could, but that's why like I stick to Madden and shit like that. Cause I can accomplish what I want to. And I have to focus really hard. And then like, I can feel like either I won or I lost within a determined time of yeah. I don't know. Like I hate it.
Well, I'm jealous of people
about me.
I'm jealous of people that can play the Madden games and the NBA 2Kers and the NBA Jammers and all that stuff, because I can't figure it out. I don't know how to do it. And Cody always gets mad at me, my brother. He's like, dude, I don't get you, dude. He's like, you play all these RPGs, you play all this shit where you have to learn button combinations and all this stuff, but you won't even try Madden. I'm like, dude, I can't. I was like, I don't know what a fucking dime nickel offense is. Like, what is that? Like my experience with football games was like Tecmo Super Bowl, dude, where it was like you had 8 plays in total, and that was it. It was over A, over B, back A, whatever. And I'm like, I got those. Now it's like, oh, you can call an audible on the line. I'm like, how you fucking do that? What does that mean?
I understand.
Why is that guy running over there?
Yeah, I get that. If you haven't kept up with Madden and like just jumping into it's got to be super frustrating because it's so difficult. And honestly, even look, I'm as hardcore as anybody about Madden, but like within 2 weeks of having the game, I mean, if I have any fucking tasks I have to complete in my life, there's 10,000 people that find a way to figure out some glitch or some bullshit to get better at me.
Yeah.
I'll whoop some ass. And then like I'll be like, oh, I gotta take my kid to school, or like I'll come back and then like all of a sudden everyone's got some cool new shit and I can't fucking keep up. I'm like, what happened? And I lose 20 games in a row before I figure it the fuck out.
I understand that the game of football. I understand the rules. I understand, you know, all that stuff. I just don't understand how to actually implement that while I'm playing the fucking video game. I'm better at like just coaching. Like when I'll watch Mike play, or when my brother, I was in town with my brother, I would go over and watch him play or something like that, and I could be like, "Hey, you got to do this. That guy's going to do this." I'm better at coaching in the background.
You think you're helpful, and I enjoy. I am
extremely helpful. I win every game Madden with you when I do it.
I enjoy your presence, but you're not actually helpful because like
I'm amazing.
I'll be going through my fucking reads, you know, and Jay's like, "Hey, A button, hey, he's wide open." Fucking press A and it just like fucking those.
You know what? That's just called motivation. That's called motivation. You gotta pull the trigger. You can't just sit back in the pocket and wait for it to happen. You gotta sometimes make the dream come true. And by the way, my favorite play to go to is the flea flicker. That's the best play of all time. I don't give a shit what anybody
can't do it anymore.
That's bullshit.
Well, I guess they do in some ways.
Well, they're gonna come out with a new Fight Night game because of Prize Fighter that just came out, I think, last year. So EA is finally gonna get off their fat asses and make Fight Night Champion 2, which is supposed to drop toward the end of this year. And I love boxing games. I just can't play them, but I love that fucking game. I love Fight Night, but I just don't know how to play it. But I love watching anybody like you should get it so I can come over and watch you play it.
I do. I suck at them too. I break my fucking sticks because I get mad, and I don't like slam them down. I'm just like trying so fucking hard that like I start breaking the goddamn joysticks, and I have to go buy a new $80 goddamn remote. Same thing happens in Madden, by the way. I'm like, juke, fuck. Now every time I try to run right, my player's like,
that man's drunk. It's like the last Boy Scout. He's just running away. He's trying to get to the end zone because someone's going to kill him.
Yeah, dude. Like when a new Madden game comes out, like for 2 weeks, my production just tanks. If I had other games I did that with that I enjoyed, I don't think I'd ever get anything fucking done. But that's
I'll tell you one game that you should get. It's going to be coming to Game Pass. I think the middle of the month, toward the end of the month, this month. Doom: The Dark Ages. You'd love the shit out of it. It's very simple. Doom, The Dark Ages. Yeah. It's very simple, very straightforward, badass, awesome soundtrack, FPS shooter. Easy, good time. Make you feel good.
I miss simple games like that. I'm not down with all these like 2-dimensional fucking 3-dimensional like fucking
next
multiplayer like whatever. Oh, well, maybe I'll. And so she said it's going to Game Pass too.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass.
Even better. Yeah. Even better. Don't have to pay for. Don't have to.
Dude, I'm telling you, Game Pass is the best thing about Xbox. Like that will be the only thing about like when you switch over to PlayStation where you're gonna miss that.
I love it so much that I accidentally have been paying for 3 fucking Game Pass subscriptions for the past like 2 years because I'm a dumb
Turlington says don't play it if you have epilepsy. Though, yeah, that would be good. Actually, don't go see any movie either.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, John Wick will fucking kill you.
It's like God damn it.
All right, let's watch it. Since we're talking about games, let's go ahead and watch this GTA 6. That's what it is, right? GTA 6.
GTA
6. Thick. By the way, does anybody remember a song by a band called Say Anything that was like thick?
Oh my god, dude, I'm so dumb. I was like, say something, I'm giving up on you. That's what I thought you were saying.
I watched a video of that dude the other day, and like he's on stage, dude, and he's like playing, and all of a sudden he goes, it just like fucking pukes out of his mouth on stage, like all over his guitar, all over everything. It was disgusting. Anyways, here's like that guy needs help. Grand Theft Auto GTA 6 trailer.
Here we go. I'm excited for you to watch it. Look at the graphics, dude.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
Oh, that's why you came by?
Ooh. Just go get me my checks.
See you, Brian. Love you, Jason.
Hey, how you doing?
When we go fuck, Miss Parker.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. so good.
Oh yeah. I already want to live this guy's life.
It's amazing. Look at the graphics on this.
Yeah, dude.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Hot.
Jason Duval.
I seen you here before.
You might have.
Hold on, I just want to say his name's Jason Duval. I'm sorry, I have to say this before I forget. The Jacksonville Jaguars, by the way, they have a new head coach. Like, it was awkward as shit, and it's this, they have this chant that they do, and the crowd will go Duval, like in the chant. In the press conference, he goes, it's like Duval. It was the most stupid thing I ever. Sorry, it was fucking funny. There we go.
Dude, wait for it, dude.
Hey,
She's gonna look like Ginny from the block soon. Thick.
I wasn't bad to begin with. Oh, me.
Hands above your head now.
you stay.
Oh my
From the
god.
beginning.
I know, dude.
They're drinking Modelo, by the way.
I don't. Yeah, it did. It looked like Modelo.
The mark of a fighter.
Trust me, this place is just the start for us.
Ring the bells! Shots, baby!
The only thing that matters is who you know and what you got.
Hey. What?
Gonna do this? We're doing it right.
I
Yo,
spit
dude,
it,
this
man.
fool
This
is fake.
kind of. I'll tell you after the trailer.
The name, the dress, they got everything. Us cops, we gotta protect each other.
Like,
Come here, buddy. You got this.
We got it.
This looks amazing.
I know.
say nice city, baby! Nice city, baby!
Come to Bill's Ammunition today.
Ammunition.
Yeah, brother. Brother. Tell me about it. Brother.
Yeah. I just want to move to the beach, man.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me?
Please.
Yeah, brother. Dude, it looks fucking amazing, dude.
That's the scream lettering. That's the scream font.
Like, there, like a lot vibes of like Vice City for sure. And
Dude.
like the thing about what I was gonna say was while watching that the trailer, this is the third time I've watched this, but dude, it's got like a Scarface vibe to it, which I fucking love, dude. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's just got like maybe it's the neon lights and the music and all that stuff.
It
just got this. It's got this Scarface vibe to it, dude. And I was watching, I was like, God, that would be a fucking badass movie. If they made that into a movie, I'd be like, holy shit, it looks good as fuck.
It said I could picture Jay ripping it, dart, and listening to this song while cruising in LA, Dodge in a Dodge Neon.
Dodge Neons are reliable vehicles, and I drove one for years. And you're right, I would totally do that. I would also deck it out a little bit and get some underglow going on with my Dodge Neon. But you're right, I would. But dude, it looks amazing.
Dude, it looks so good. Like, oh my god!
But
listen, they might have me, dude. It actually might have me because, like, I'm a sucker. What I'm a sucker for. Boom! We're in your face now. How do you like it? What I'm a real sucker for is beachfront stuff, like Roadhouse, Jake Gyllenhaal. I've watched that movie 7 times. I just like anything that can transport me to like a beach setting, and that correct me if I'm wrong. That's the first time GTA's done that, right? Like,
no, I think
purely on the
GTA 5 had beach property.
oceanfront property.
But I will say the thing about this movie or this game, it looks so good. It looks like a movie. Like it feels. I don't know if I don't know. It feels like a film. I don't know. It looks so fucking good. The graphics look amazing. The characters look interesting. Centeroff did point out, he's like, hey, there's no actual gameplay footage. So that has been where a lot of people have been mad. They were like, well, you're not showing any gameplay. So what's the gameplay look like? I was like, yeah, I understand. Like they haven't shown any gameplay, but I still think what you got was great. And it does suck. It got pushed back, I think, to May 25th of 2026. I think I could be wrong, but I think it's that. But someone said, well, maybe it's because they're going to release it on PC alongside consoles, because usually it releases on console and then the PC release comes out like 6 months to a year later. By the way, on PC, it's going to look, if you got a rig set up to play that game in like 8 fucking K, it's going to look even better on your PC. But
this is what I'm saying though. Like I do miss when like a game came out on a disc and you popped it in and everybody played the same fucking thing. You know what I mean? Even if it's on a different console, I miss that. But like, so, and that's what I'm saying. Like I could actually really get into that story. That was,
I know.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Was that not the most sexual GTA you've ever seen in your life? Booties, lots of butt.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of fell in line with what GTA. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember all the trailers, but I will
just
say,
back in the day, you'd be like, I picked up a hooker.
I'm still gonna do that now if I get the game. By the way, Tomo also said this is running in PS5 graphics. It's as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're using the PS5 hardware.
Are they in danger of it being too late and like there being a next generation?
I hope not. The life cycle of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, I would say they've got a couple of more years left. But I mean, I don't know, man. They've been rushing shit out, so I hope so.
Honestly, they should stop and just like they should not come out with another console until they have like the jump from Xbox to Xbox.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like going and coming out with a PS6 or an Xbox Series X Part 2, whatever the fuck they're going to call that, it's way too early. Yeah, I don't feel like we've even got games yet to really explore the hardware in the same way that we've had in the past generation. So I hope not. Michael was asking who would direct a movie of GTA. Right off the bat, the first thing that popped in my head watching that trailer was Quentin Tarantino.
He'd be so great at it. My first thought went to Oliver Stone, but does he even make any movies anymore?
I don't know.
He's alive, right?
Maybe. Hopefully he's not got a stone marker. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he's alive.
In the game.
Pretty sure.
Well, yeah, and a lot of people have been saying like, wait, what's this? Cooper Subordinate says 2027 is the PS6 is the rumor. Oh, fuck me.
That's too soon, man. That's too soon. Like, let that shit lie until you have a real technology that's really going to change shit. And at this point, I think stuff's so good, he probably won't have one for like at least 10 years.
I just don't think that we've had enough time with the PS5 as it is or the Xbox Series X. Like, let the games kind of percolate a little bit. Let people like have some time. By the way, with the economy the way it is, don't fucking launch that shit.
My God, good point.
The price point,
$80 for games, like you said.
Well, Sony's not said it yet, but they might just be they're being quiet because they don't want to like scare people. But at the end of the day, if 2027 is the actual launch date for PS6, I can only imagine what they're going to charge for. Like, oh my God, right now,
yeah,
you'd be pushing like I'm just going to say it. You might be pushing like $700.
It's what they'll do it too, and people will buy that shit. People will buy it, and people will.
I gotta play my game, honey. Okay, so what? We might be late on the rent. I gotta play the games.
Klarna, hello, affirm. We're in.
Van Dutch is right. COVID really fucked up the early game development for the PS5. That is true. It was COVID. Like a lot of studios shut down. They couldn't go back to work. A lot of games got delayed. That's true. Yeah. But I mean, I think because of that, the studio should extend the life a little bit of the consoles.
Dude, there's no doubt that the gaming industry is absolute poop. I mean, it's absolute poop. It started with you have to be online to play, and then we're going to charge you extra for skins. Now they released half-done games. They release an earnest game that just doesn't last more than 3 months. Evil Dead just got taken off the shelves. Like, I'm not a gamer, but anybody could look and see that the gaming industry is absolute dog shit.
Well, right Evil Dead also didn't have a lot of support coming out. Like a lot of people just didn't support it. It's kind of the same thing with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The thing about those games is they're going against Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight is the juggernaut in the arena right now, as far as horror games are concerned. They've got licenses out the asshole, and they're always bringing in new like horror characters. So if you're trying to make a survival horror like online game, it's some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill.
And I imagine, dude, like from what I understand from some people that work around the industry, like to make an actual like playthrough first person game is apparently like impossible now, so they have to do these asymmetrical video games. But it just sucks. It's a sad state. Alan's right, dude. The fact that everybody gets to return to Vice City 25
it's amazing
later, that was the vibe. But that kind of was the vibe with 5 too, right? I mean,
I can't remember what like
GTA 5, like I felt like it had a Vice City feel to it.
No, it was a little bit. No, it wasn't like Vice City. That one, this game is a lot more like Vice City than.
I'm telling tales and stuff, so I don't know very well.
GTA 5 was fun. I beat the game. I liked it a lot. I enjoyed it. The characters were awesome. But it didn't have the Vice City vibe. This one definitely fucking does. And also, Turlington is correct as well. $1,000 is what he's calling, and he said that won't include a disc drive. I'm not. I hope it's not $1,000 fucking dollars, but honest to God, at this point, I could see because Sony fumbled really fucking bad. Remember when the PS3 launched, and they had a it was like a $600 something fucking price point, and it was stupid, and they were like, what the fuck? And then they had that the cell thing where it was really hard to make games for it because they wanted to be different than everybody else. I don't know. But you're right, though, as far as like 100%, you're right. Disc drives are gone because they don't want the digital media is now the future.
Oh, dude, tell these people what happened to your, and by the way, I just want to say, I warned you about this, but tell these people what's been happening to your Amazon fucking movie collection, your digital movie collection that you spent all that money accruing back in the day.
Well, so, they recently launched another streaming service called MGM Plus. Like, we had to have another one, you fucking idiots. But okay, they launched another MGM Plus is a new subscription service that they just launched. I don't know if they just launched it, but it feels new. But I had before that had bought on Amazon Prime in my digital video library. I'd bought and purchased several Jean-Claude Van Damme movies.
Hell yeah!
They were all removed.
Oh yeah.
They were all removed. They were taken away because MGM bought the rights to, or they already had the rights to the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, and so they became exclusive to MGM. So that means that so Amazon lost the license. Well, I lost the license as well, so I can't watch the fucking movies except I have to rebuy them. You have to rebuy them now.
No, they'll let you watch them, right? But with ads.
Yeah,
they put ads on shit you own.
So I bought stuff and now it's got ads on it. So I would have to go back in and rebuy everything. That's the problem with digital media. And I understand the appeal to it because you can get it, midnight release games or midnight release movies or whatever. You can have it ready to go. You can download it and watch it. The problem is you'll never own it. You're just renting it. It's a long-term rent. It's a long-term booty call for these distribution companies, and when they're tired of you and they want to get that big booty girl that it looks hotter than you, you're sewage water. Get the fuck out of here.
So the problem is you can call that out for what it is, and it's true, it's bullshit, like it's total bullshit. But the problem is whenever you go online and you say, hey, what the fuck, this movie's not available, or this movie I purchased now has ads on it, instead of anybody supporting that and they're gaining any kind of consolidated movement, all you get from the people who agree with you is the physical media people, which I love that people collect physical media. It's my favorite too. But they're all like, see, we told you, little people. We told you physical every fucking noobs. And the problem is that, like, I think the solution is do not buy anything digitally.
Well,
where I'm at now, and I love collecting movies. I miss it, dude. I used to have a reason to go to the store, like when my wife went shopping or people went shopping, or whatever, Black Christmas, where I'm like, cool, I'll go look at movies and find some cheap movies to buy, and it'll be awesome.
Yeah,
I love shopping for fucking movies, man. But the problem is that those are gone. So what I do now is I don't buy shit. I don't buy it digitally. I don't buy it physically. What I do is if I get an itch in my craw to watch a movie, I will just go find it and I'll just rent it every fucking time. And that's the cheapest way to fucking do it.
No, obviously that's the best way because you own it. At that point, you own it. Like if you buy a physical copy,
physically.
Well, if you buy it physically, you will always have that physical copy of that movie or that video game, and that'll never go away. Despite if the servers get shut down or they lose their license or whatever the fuck. People should be aware of this because this shit is actually happening. And if you go on to Amazon support or whatever, they're like, well, you just have to rebuy it. What are they? Because you got to have a class action fucking lawsuit and go sue them to have them because this has got to be illegal. Like it's got to be illegal, right? If you buy a fucking movie, right? You buy it from this company that was selling it, and then they come back later and say, well, we lost the license. I'm sorry, you can't go to college. And you're like, well, I bought it.
You lost the scholarship. You can't go.
Yeah, I bought it though, you bitch. What are you talking about? They're like, no. You thought you bought it, but you rented it, and now it's over. And by the way, they'll say,
Tomo's like, Jay's right. I fucking said it too, Tomo.
Oh my God. Right. Why don't you just focus on the conversation and stop looking at chat?
Everyone's like, Jay's right. I'm like, I said the same fucking thing.
Oh my God. Anyway, I was saying is that you said it too, but I'm saying at the end of the day. You got to be really careful, and they'll point to a contract that you signed up for their service, like, well, you allowed this or you allowed that, but the problem is the industry is moving toward digital, and there's nothing we can do about it. That's just the facts. It's cheaper for the studios to make digital content where it's available right away for mass consumptions versus going and paying a couple. I don't know how much it would cost for the physical media. It's just not a thing anymore. Like I just recently got back into Star Trek, and I wanted to. I had all 7 seasons back in the day of The Next Generation, which is the greatest Star Trek of all time. It just is. I don't care about what you're saying about the original series. It is.
I love it.
But my original, I had it on DVD, but I gave it to my dad because he was a huge Star Trek fan, and he passed away, and I don't know what happened to it. The actual the season set. But so I was like, well, I want to buy it again. I'm not signing up for Paramount Plus. Like, again, I don't want another subscription on my fucking bill. So I was like, well, I'll just buy it. On Amazon, it's fucking insane what they're selling per season. But they already fucked me with what they did with the Van Damme movie. So I was like, I'm just going to buy that shit physically on Amazon, which thankfully they still have it for like $70. And at least then I'll know
Christ, $70 for a fucking digital show. Oh my God.
No, it's actually, on digital for 1 season of Star Trek: The Next Generation, it's $30 fucking dollars.
Yeah, no, so that's how they get you though. Like, well, you're still
but I could go, but on Amazon I can get it on DVD. No, I can get it on Blu-ray, all 7 seasons with a shit ton of extras for $150 or $140 on Blu-ray. They're not even offering Blu-ray on digital, but I can get it on DVD for $70. But I'm saying at the end of the day, just be careful with that shit, guys. I'm done doing that. I'm not even doing that ever again. I'm not buying. I don't buy movies anymore. Like, I'll rent them.
Yeah,
that's because when you buy a movie, you're basically saying, "Hey, I want you to stick it in my butt."
Yeah, I mean, I guess what you could, if you were going to collect physically, they do a lot of times come with the code, and you can have the code as well. But like, it's like, I mean, I own it. Like, I'd rather pop that shit in.
Think about this: Nintendo is literally going to start. They're selling physical media for the Switch 2, but it's not even the disc; it's just the fucking code. And nobody's up in arms about this. Like, what the fuck? Oh, it's like I get a case with a code in it.
They are pieces of shit. No, you're right though. Like with movies, it makes sense because like what I do, if it's not on a streaming service I will just, and by the way, some streaming services you pay for monthly, and I'm like, let me pop on, I have this on Disney Plus, and I'll pop it on. There's like 5 ads. And it's like, wait a minute, I paid for this. When the fuck did they? They're like,
you gotta get the Super Diamond holy shit package to make it not ads.
It's such a fucking jit. But no, literally, like if I want to watch a movie, I'll just fucking rent it for $4 and watch it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it sucks because you miss the special features, the commentaries, all that stuff. They are really fucking themselves. Like I don't think the movie industry knows how bad they're screwing themselves.
I would say it's not sustainable, but they have to have enough people. You're right. There would have to be a mass movement of people being like, I refuse to buy it on digital. And then once they start losing money that way, they're like, maybe we should go back to physical media.
Yeah, they got to figure it out.
But people are going to do that because people have TikTok brain. They want to be like, I want that. I want it now.
Yeah, Clinton does have a good point, Jay, by the way. If you want to rent Paramount Plus for a month, they do have all the Mission Impossibles, which if you rented every single one, you're going to spend more than a 1 month subscription. So that's probably a good idea.
I looked because I was interested in watching the Star Trek shows. I think Paramount Plus, you can get it free for a week. I mean, that's more than enough to watch. Well, that's more than enough to watch, but you get the basic premium where you have to watch ads and shit.
Yeah, shout out Tubi though. I do love Tubi, dude. Tubi's
so I might I don't know,
completely free.
I might go on the high seas. Should I do it? Maybe so. If they're gonna fuck me like a pirate, I'm gonna fuck them like a pirate. So how about that movie?
That's the best explanation for using the pirates.
No, they are.
It worked for the music industry.
They are because they think they can get away with this shit because no one's making a fuss about it. No one's saying anything. Yeah, this has got to be against. I don't know. There's got to be some kind of law they're breaking. Like I understand there's a contract, that you say you sign up for, right? But you sign up for, we may lose the license. So if you buy but I mean, nobody pays attention to that shit. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
It's dog shit, dude. I gotta get a beverage, take a pee.
Oh shit, I gotta do that too. But I'll wait. That's fine.
I'll be quick.
Don't care.
I'll be faster than I am in bed. You don't even have any idea.
Okay. I expect him to be back in 10 seconds. If he's comparing it to the bedtimes. Anyway, yeah, and you know what? And I hate, like, by the way, I am not in any way whatsoever like advertising and saying that you should go pirate shit. No, I'm not saying that, and I think that is shitty to do to a lot of the people that work hard on movies and stuff like that. But again, for like studios of what they're doing, and the fact that these huge multi-billion-dollar companies are just getting away with it, that's bullshit, dude. Like So at that point, I'm like, I gotta fire on all cannons, man. That's what's available to me. I remember dad jokes. Yeah, I do. I do remember dad jokes. I just don't have any good ones right now because I'm pissy. Hi, D-Land. Oh yeah, well, I'm not like the Nintendo games. I don't like. I wouldn't pirate those. I won't pirate. First off, the Nintendo shit. Like I understand there's huge amounts of people that love Nintendo, but I never really. I lost interest in Nintendo a long time ago, even though they are like kings as far as like content. But I personally, I would never like give a shit about pirating their stuff. I love you, Michael. So Holly says I got the Hulu, Disney, and Max bundle for $15. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that deal. That's a great deal. I got the Disney Hulu bundle for like $2.99 a month because of the Black Friday deal that was going on. Austin says, Jay, do condoms go over balls? For sure. That's even safer. Make sure your little guys are protected as well. Just make sure you get those magnums because your wiener's not gonna. You don't need it, but if you want to go over your balls for sure. But yeah, by the way, so I feel like that rant went literally outside of what we were talking about. We were talking about GTA 6. Are you guys excited? Or are you guys excited? Like, come on. Like, and again, I wasn't even like, I'm one of those guys that when people were like, I said earlier, people were like bitching about GTA 6 being delayed again. I'm like, yeah, you know what? It is what it is. But when I saw the trailer for that, I'm like, fuck, dude, that sucks that we have to wait a year for it. You know what I mean? I miss the excitement of going to buy a new CD, the booklet, the design. That's true. Yeah. Damn, that was fast, dude. You're right. Quicker than your bedroom times.
I know.
Okay, now I got to go tickle as well.
Enjoy pipit time for you. Special J pipit time. For J pipit time. Yes. How are you guys doing? How's your night? How's your weekend? What are you guys doing for Mother's Day? What presents are you getting the mothers in your lives? Huh? Because I'm going to steal your ideas and take them for myself. Because that's what we do. That's what I have to do. I don't, the thing is that when I'm alone at night, I like to do stuff to myself. When I'm alone in my bunk and thinking of you, specifically you. I'm thinking of you. Dude, I had Little Caesars too tonight. Jelly beans. I had Little Caesars too. It's great. It's a great value. It's a good value. You can feel good about yourself. And look, 2 pieces of Little Caesars like 500 calories. So you can fit that shit right into your diet. You know what I'm saying? I think they're like 250 calories a slice. You gotta be careful though when you're dieting. Like I'm trying to be on like a hardcore diet lately. You gotta be careful with that when you drink like I do. And the reason why is because what you'll find yourself doing, my friends, what you find yourself doing is if you do have a couple cervezas at night, like, well, I gotta eat this much, and then like you will only have so many calories, and then like you only have a few drinks, and then you'll find yourself fucking blackout drunk the next day. We go, I have no idea what happened after 7 p.m. You're supposed to eat when you drink. It's a hard lesson learned. Don't you go diet on me. You got to be careful. You really got to be careful for sure. Von Dutch, hey, dude, in this economy, you haven't had Little Caesar since the 2nd grade. You must be rich, Von Dutch. He must be rich, Jay. I can see you, by the way. I can see you.
I only eat Valentinos. Little Caesars are for the poor people.
Sometimes you need that fucking $15 dinner. You have to have it.
Yeah, dude. So what did you think overall? What'd you give the trailer? What would you give it?
I mean, you're right. There's no gameplay trailer, but not knowing my ass from my elbow, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Those graphics look sweet. And I love the fucking beach, dude. Like the beach vibes of it all were where it's at for me. Yeah. This is why I watched White Lotus. Like, because it takes you away to a tropical place and you feel like you're there. That's what I got from watching that trailer. So I will definitely buy and play that game.
I was gonna be like a 9.5, dude. It looked fucking sick. Holy shit! And again, I don't understand. Like, there was like the controversy around it where people were like, "Oh, it's gonna be woke." I didn't see wokeness at all in it. I just saw a fucking badass trailer with some cool ass shit. I think it was the chick. I think there was like a focus on the chest. Like, she's hot. What the fuck are you talking about? She's hot as fuck. Like, I don't even know what you mean. I think it's because it's the first time. Is it the first time that they've had a female protagonist in the game, and that's where people were getting hung up on? I'm like, but the game's not.
Are you serious? Like, people were they watched that and said it was woke.
I think it was. Yeah, there's quite a bit of folk going on about the wokeness of the game, which again I don't see. But and again I don't like woke myself, but I didn't see that at all. I think it was because again. Maybe it was because of female protagonist. I think it was fine. I thought she's like it's not only going to be around her, it's also around the guy. They're like
I don't know if you guys know this, but women exist in the world. Like, they can be in games.
Yeah, I think they were just like a couple that are like, you know, it's like the natural born killers or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just
it wasn't like
here's my only complaint. The Wang Chung thing was fucking awesome, but I feel like they missed it. I feel like they missed a little bit. I feel like I would have put Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world. While they were
like that,
because that feels like it would fit in the world, that particular song, but it is what it is. It's fine.
But honest to God, like on one side, I would have watched that trailer and expected the hardcore left to be like, I just don't like how they're sexualizing women and they're gentrificating this and blah 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 blah. Like that's eye rolling too. But so is the fucking everything is woke. There's a woman in it. I don't like that the skin color's dark. Like, dude, get a fucking life. Like, on both sides of those fences.
Well,
get a fucking life, will you?
Jimbo Commando says Rockstar is woke when it comes to voice chat banning online in an 18 plus rated game. Well, you know, that's kind of stupid if they're doing that. If they're actively going out and banning people. I mean, if you're saying like
people say some awful shit.
If you're saying slurs and shit like constantly and nonstop, you know, mostly it's to be expected in an online game. Because I mean, me and Mike grew up with the Halo 3 lobbies and the early Call of Duty lobbies, and that was nonstop. It was
said and been said to some.
Yeah, that was like welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch. Like, you gotta survive out there in the Wild West. But nowadays it is what it is. But if they're going actively and you know, I don't know. But if you're saying it constantly, if you're dropping slur after slur after slur nonstop, it's like, all right, guys, we get it. You're edgy, but come on. You can, if you're gonna drop it like a couple of times, okay, fine. I'm gonna move on and not really worry about it. But if that's your whole thing, I can't wait to turn on this fucking game and go on there and drop slurs. It's gonna be my favorite.
Like, to us adults playing GTA 6, it's like, you know, you're like, oh my god, they're trying to like do this or that. But like, listen, there's a thing going on in my kid's high school. There's a TikTok thing where these kids are taking their Chromebooks that they get from school, and there's a TikTok thing where they destroy them and they set them on fire. And it's like school property that their parents have to pay $100.
Sounds like a new weapons trailer.
Yeah, these kids are just like smashing their Chromebooks and lighting them on fire shit because it's a TikTok trend. Like, sometimes you do have to adjust stuff for stupid fucking children. You know, like, that's okay. That doesn't make it fucking woke.
Well, I kind of get it with what he's saying though. Is he's talking about it's an 18+ game already, so it's already like it's not meant for children. And when they're going online and then they're banning people for saying anything, I don't like word police. But again, if your whole thing is nonstop just dropping slurs because that's just what you do, like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, holy fuck, dude, like, touch grass. But at the end of the, you know, but the game itself, GTA 6, looks fucking amazing. And I didn't see no wokeness in it. I didn't see nothing like that. It looked like a cool game. The chick was hot. The guy's hot. Let's have a good time.
Yeah, won me over, man. Hey, people like to have sex. Welcome to the new world. Like, it's crazy.
I will be playing that mini game quite a bit. In the game.
Gabe, you sucks, says, today I learned my UPS driver is gay. I should have known sooner, as he kept saying he really loved my name. Gabe.
Yeah.
Hey, gay. Ninja gay.
Yeah. That guy took the whole slogan of the power of Brown to a different level.
Yeah. What can Brown do for you?
Mm-hmm.
Every time you deliver my package,
into the stick hole it go.
Shit, I said deliver my package. Papa 80 said, hey, gays. Speaking of which, speaking of gays, hey, Jay, I got done playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I know that. I knew that. I knew what that meant. And man, killing Micah feels satisfying. Spoilers, bro.
Yeah, dude. You're right, though. It does feel it, and again, that's another Rockstar game. I hope we see a film adaptation one day. But yes, there is nothing better than killing that motherfucker. It feels so good. It feels so good.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, like, after watching that trailer, I can't remember the song that was in it, but the only thing,
hot together.
Yeah, the only thing going on in the back of my head since we watched it, and this is how it sounds in my head. In the back of my head, this entire time, it's like feeling so hot.
I'm not gonna lie. I want to watch it again. I do. Can I have seconds, Paul, please?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. good
yeah,
song.
but by the way, so when you're done with Spider-Man, get on Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, I played that a little bit. I played a little bit. It's a great game.
It's one of it's one of the best Western games. It is the best Western game of all time. It is.
I would agree with that. I don't have the patience for it. I like Gun a lot back in the day on Xbox. That was
Gun's great too.
It's not a sequel to that. It's a different game, right?
No, there was Red Dead Redemption 1, and then before that there was Red Dead Revolver, which is a loose sequel. Red Dead Redemption was a loose sequel to. I remember playing Red Dead Revolver. I liked it a lot. And then when Red Dead Redemption came out, fucking amazing. And then Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out. It's like it's even better.
Yeah, shit. I didn't know that. Space Ghetto says, "Sup, motherfuckers? We got a subscriber, baby. Let's fucking go."
We like that, Space Ghost. We like that.
Yes, Jim.
Get ready to be disappointed in our members only type of streams. We like that. We're gonna have one on Friday
night, and the feeling's right. The party's here on the west side. So I reached for my 40 as I put it up. The designated driver's got the keys to my. Michael Parton said, "Who's your worst horror director?" Mine is Eli Roth.
You shut your mouth, Michael.
I like Eli Roth, you whore. How about that?
Worst horror director? Oh, who's the guy that did Blood Rain? Like he's like kind of Uwe Boll. I think Uwe Boll. Yeah, even though, but it's funny now. Like I think Uwe Boll is a terrible horror director. I think he's a bad director. But it's almost now. It's like you kind of respect him for just like not giving a fuck. Like he just makes it. He's like, yeah, I'll try it.
I think it's impossible to say worst horror director because like there's some dude in his basement smacking his nutsack with a spatula right now and covering it in blood and calling it a horror movie. But like most overrated director,
Jabroni is saying Eli Roth fucking sucks, and then Clinton says worst dialogue might be Eli Roth. I will say Hostel is overrated. I will say that Hostel, the movies are a little overrated. Okay, I will give you that. That's not exactly like highbrow kind of like dialogue heavy or anything like that. And once the shock factor leaves, you're like, yeah, this is kind of a shitty movie. But I don't think he's the worst director.
I'll say not the worst overall. I could probably think of many, but off the top of my head, I'll say Michael Chavez, the guy that directed like Curse of La Llorona, directs a bunch of the Walmart horror movies and stuff like that. That kind of shit's the kind of shit I hate.
Thank God that you didn't go all the way down to the dark side and suck Palpatine's dick, because I thought you were going to say James Wan.
No, James Wan's a great director.
I know, but you don't like him in certain, like you're like, yeah, but he gets like boring and one-noted after a while.
Yeah, but he also did Saw and shit like that. So like he's not all pop.
You know, I saw someone said not in the chat here, maybe they did, but I missed it. But I have seen people that were talking about M. Night Shyamalan being overrated and one of the worst directors. But I was like, I don't think that's true at all. I think he got caught in that. It's like I always got to do a twist titty thing at my ending because he was so successful and it was so awesomely received with Sixth Sense. Everybody kind of were like, oh yeah.
Most obvious is Ari Aster. Ari Aster does have Hereditary, though. I will agree. Beau was Afraid way too much. Midsommar overrated, but like Hereditary takes overrated.
Well, here's the thing: Hereditary. I think Hereditary is a good, solid film, and Toni Collette was amazing in that movie. But I don't, for whatever reason, it never really like the story itself was really, really engaging, but the horror part of it, I don't know what it didn't really bother me. It was like
I disagree specifically on Eli Roth, and I'm not poo-pooing you specifically on this, Michael, at all. I'm just saying, like, for me, I like Eli Roth, and I'm pulling up his thing. Like,
is that the Bear Jew? The Bear Jew?
Like, dude, Eli Roth's got some fucking bangers. All right, starting with Cabin Fever is fucking dope. Cabin Fever's funny. It's fun. It's a blast. Hostel was
when it came out for the time, it was amazing.
Yeah, like Hostel did some cool shit. Grindhouse had some good moments. The Thanksgiving Short obviously was great, and then the Hostel movies. Green Inferno, I don't think that was a bad film. It wasn't great. Right. I love Knock Knock, dude. It was free pizza. Yeah. Nobody says no free pizza. I love Knock Knock, dude. And the Death Wish remake, a little underrated. That wasn't bad. Bruce Willis, I had a decent time with that. Yeah. I love Thanksgiving, but yeah.
Borderlands sucked though. Borderlands was awful.
Didn't even watch. I don't know anything about the game or any of it. But Von Dutch says Mick Garris haven't enjoyed a single film. Now Mick Garris does do a lot of those kind of watered down Stephen King films.
Yeah, well, I think that's because Mick Garris loves Stephen King. So any type of any way, any shape or form that he can get a hold of a Stephen King property and bring it to film, he just jumps at it. Even if he doesn't really have a script fully in mind, he's like, I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
I think Mick Garris, he does have like this kind of made for TV horror vibe about him, but let's look at it.
Mick Garris is got a made for TV. That's exactly what it is.
But they're good for rainy days. They're just not what you would call.
But by the way,
films,
The Shining, his version of The Shining, I liked it a lot.
I
A
never
lot of
watched
people
that
didn't
one.
like it. But that was actually more faithful to the Stephen King book than what's his name? Oh my God, my mind's blanking.
Stanley Kubrick,
which Stephen King hated.
Looking at Mick Garris, Critters 2, some Freddy Nightmare. Psycho 4 was fun. I did like Psycho 4. I thought that was
not so good.
It had some moments though, like you fucked your old mom, bro.
I know that was weird.
Like
I was like, that guy down bad. That guy's down. He's like, he's a cat. That's what they do. Like, no, it's not.
The original The Stand. There's the Tales from the Crypt. It was just fun. And then you got the litany of Stephen King
nonstop.
The Shining, Riding the Bullet, Desperation.
Riding the Bullet's not great. It was not bad, but Desperation fucking sucked. The book's great. The movie sucked.
No, look at his. I mean, to be honest, look at his filmography. I don't think you can call Mick Garris like a super solid, really good horror director.
I think that Mick Garris is very. Well, if you see Mick Garris's name in it, you're like, I know what I'm getting into. Like, you're right. That's exactly he's a made for TV horror movie director. That's exactly what it is.
It has a charisma to it, though. Like, they're not good movies, but they do have a certain charisma that I enjoy. For sure. I got to change my battery.
Oh yeah, we got another fucking trailer to watch. By the way,
we do.
So guys, stick around. We got another trailer to watch. We got the Long Walk, Stephen King short story that came out years ago when he was writing under the pen name of Richard Bachman. It's one of my favorite books that he's ever wrote. Like, that's like dead on serious. I love that book. I've read it. I read it several times. It's my favorite story by Stephen King, and that's saying a lot because I know that people are like talking about like, oh, what about The Shining and Salem's Lot and The Stand and It, and those are all. And I also love the Dark Tower series as well, but The Long Walk, there was something about that book. I read that book more times over than any other Stephen King story, 100%. And it's not even really scary. It's just, it's so compelling. That story is so compelling for some reason.
Let's do it. Let's watch the trailer for it now that we're bringing it up. Let's do it. I don't know shit about this at all.
Somebody says, why would anyone sign up for The Long Walk? Well, here's the thing, Iron Wolf. The reason why they sign up for The Long Walk in the book anyway is that if you complete it, it's in a dystopian future. The world is run by the military essentially, and if you complete the Long Walk, which they're always like kids basically, if you complete the Long Walk, if you actually make it to the end, which the whole idea is that you can't stop walking, like literally until everyone drops dead but you. I can't dance. I can't walk. And when I wake up, I know I'm gonna be the man that wakes up next to you.
And when I get drunk,
and I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more.
That would be a great Loomis cover right there. Like, because there's a punk band that does a cover of that song, and it's like, and when I get drunk, and like he screams it.
But the long, so if you complete the Long Walk and you're the survivor, your family is taken care of forever. It's basically like winning the lottery. Your family, you'll never have to ask for money again. Your family will be completely taken care of. You'll essentially be living the high life forever. And I can't remember in the book. It's been a minute since I've read it, but I think it was like something about population control is why it was implemented.
Probably post-apocalyptic, right? Like,
it's a dystopian future. I don't remember. It's been a minute, like I said, since I've read the book. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's stop yapping our gums.
Can I be honest with you, though? Not a Mark Hamill guy. Like, well, and it's not a political thing or anything like that, but just like, dude, something chides me the wrong fucking way. When he was in Star Wars, right? And he was Luke. And everybody loved him because he was Luke and he's beloved. And I feel like society as a whole just kind of like, just showered that guy with nothing but praise and love and whatever. And something rubs me the wrong way that, like, did you really do anything? Like, he was the voice of Joker. I understand. Yeah. But like, did you really do, like, I feel like there's a point where you should just be more appreciative and less greedy. And finding out that he's charging like $800 an autograph made me go, you know what? Fuck that guy.
Mark Hamill.
And that's just kind of how I feel about it.
Here's about Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill, the political rants that he goes on, his brain is broken. Someone said that. That's exactly like, if TDS was a person, he would be it. 100%. He can't move on from.
And I don't even care about that. Stephen
Well,
King's
no, but
the
it
same
is
way.
true though.
Like,
If you go to a convention where people are paying money to see and say fuck Trump support, like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, you're a mediocre actor at best. You're lucky that George Lucas found you and put you on screen. You've never done anything outside of what the Batman animated series and the Star Wars shit. The guy himself, Mark Hamill, it's like, dude, the best thing you could have done is remove yourself from the political landscape and stop running your goddamn lips nonstop, because you've ruined and tarnished a lot of your legacy. At the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck what your political opinion is, Luke Skywalker. Just shut the fuck up and do your job. I don't know. It would have been simple, but either way, I think he even went on and he even talked about one of his daughters or granddaughters saying, "Hey, dad or granddad, you need to stay off the internet. Like, stop tweeting."
yeah.
But I think that Mark Hamill can be good in roles that work for him, but overall he is a mediocre actor. Like, let's just be honest. But
like, I think politics have broken a lot of actors' brains on both sides of the fence. You know what I mean? Like, on both red or blue, some actors have just gone too far. That's not even the thing that bothers me about him, even though that shit gets annoying. But again, it's just that, like, dude, you were never really that talented. Like congratulations, but we all like adorned you and loved you for this shit. For you to turn around and charge people $800 an autograph a pop, like, man, you just really, like, you lost all the goodwill, in my opinion. That
well, he's been doing that. He'd been doing that for a while.
Yeah, which is
and like, and the reason why that even came up is I think someone made
shut the fuck up, Isaac.
They made the comparison where they were like, look at Michael J. Fox. Hey, we're getting there.
You eat my dick. And like it.
It's like that. It's like being with your girl and she's like, "Are you gonna like do it or what?" I'm like, "I've been down here for a while. Are you gonna do it?"
Is he either getting here and do it or shut up? I like to eat pussy.
That comparison came out was because people were showing his autograph was like $800, and they were like, "You could get Michael J. Fox's autograph for like 600 or 500 or whatever," and he's like literally 1,000 times better of an actor than Mark Hamill, and he's also suffering from Parkinson's, and he's like out there, mixing it up with the fans. But anyway, either way, listen.
Did he cover what?
Now I don't even want to watch the fucking trailer. Now I've talked myself out of it.
Here we go.
I'm Ray Garrity. You can call me Ray.
Prima Freeze.
Hank Olsen's the name. Walking's my.
Hey, dude, that's the guy from
Alien Romulus.
Yeah. And I think that's Shabuzi in the background. I like Shabuzi. He's got the good shit.
My game.
I ain't many that are built like me.
Yeah.
I'm the last of my kind.
It's a good song.
We did the very first long walk years ago to inspire everyday people.
Smile, boys. You're on.
Also, I love how they're setting this up right away, because it's all relaxed and everyone's having a good time, because these kids don't realize how bad it's going to get. The reason why that the army is walking alongside of them, because if you quit or you try to walk, they'll fucking shoot you. You die.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I like how they were all like, they just showed that where they're all like hanging out and they're talking to each other and they're making friends. But by the end,
it's like a Mr. Beast video.
yeah. It's like, I'll cure blindness, but maybe not. But
this is what it's like to film a Mr. Beast.
But here's the thing, it gets dark real fucking quick. I love it, dude. I like, because when they like, the whole idea is like, you shouldn't know their names because you're gonna sacrifice those people to win at the end of the day. Like, because and they'll die.
So it's a Hunger Games ripoff, right?
No, this is
I'm kidding. This
is before Hunger Games.
I know. I'm kidding. All right, here we go.
Let's get
Candid camera.
Man, you gotta not think about the things out of your control. Think about your plan.
Personally, I can't stop thinking about all that money.
You'll never find another like me. I'm the last of my kind.
Warning. Just keep walking. That's right. Just keep walking. Yeah, that's it, kid. That's it.
Dead.
Warning.
This is the darkest Gatorade video I've ever seen.
It looks like
don't ramp up.
No, it actually looks like a Nike commercial. If you're wearing Nikes, you wouldn't stop. The padding on the shoe would keep you going.
Yeah, but you didn't get shot because you were drinking Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
But yeah, the Charlie horse. Yeah, you could if your leg cramps up, you get like 3 warnings and then they shoot you in the fucking head if you don't keep going.
Forrest Gump would have fucking.
And you have to maintain a certain speed too. Like you have to it's not a speed walk, but it's a quick walk.
Takes heavy sack to sign up for this contest.
Heavy sack, bro.
Big one.
I'm not going to go through the whole rule book, but it boils down to this. If you fall below the speed of 3 miles per hour,
that's
you
it.
get.
Dude, 3 miles per hour is not that easy. Like, it's not insane, but like
it's pretty
like,
hard.
I'll do like 25 minutes at like 4.5 miles an hour. Like, and that'll.
So basically, if you fall below the speed of the old folks going around the mall in the morning, you're fucking dead.
Yeah, 3's not easy, bro.
Not on. Yeah, non-stop. If it's nonstop, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, the Hunger Games.
Walk until there's only one of you left. Who's ready to win?
Yeah, it took me a while to realize the truth of this. This is walk or die.
You'll walk as long as you can. But sometimes the body won't listen.
We got cows.
For some, your heart will stop. For others, your brain. And the blood will flow suddenly. There's one winner. And no finish line.
Man, it looks good. That looks great. They're being pretty faithful.
Yeah, but isn't it kind of what like Clerks 2 said about the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Like, it's just a bunch of motherfuckers walking.
Yeah, but this isn't like, fucking Frodo getting mad that he had to leave the Shire and he's like wanting to basically fuck Sam, but Sam's like, I got a girl waiting back at home. But this is like
take a shit.
You're fucked. You have to squat and walk.
No way.
Yeah, dude, you get 3 warnings. If you stop, you get 3 warnings and then they shoot you in the head.
Is that in the book? Are people like
that's in the book? Yes, you have to maintain that speed. And then if you stop, you get 3 warnings, and then you're fucking shot in the head.
That's crazy. Do they feed them? Do they like throw them Twinkies and
I think
shit
they give them. I think they get like 1 meal. They get like something every 24 hours. So you're basically fasting. Like they give you a little something.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it's being extremely faithful to the book. Carlos, I did not spoil it. What are you talking about, dog? Like, what do you mean? I didn't spoil it. I didn't say he won.
JT Molnar wrote Strange Darling. If you guys have seen that, you know that makes you want to watch it. That Strange Darling's fucking awesome. Like, that's a good sign for sure.
Yeah, by the way, Isaac says, does Frodo brick in Sam's mouth? Like, that was the gayest fucking scene I've ever seen. He gives it that goddamn look. That look. Anyway, no, I thought that looked great. And I always wondered, like, I'm actually shocked that it's coming to theater because it like when I read the story and I was always wondering why they didn't make a movie of this yet. I was like, it's going to go to TV, like it'll be a TV movie. I'm actually shocked that they're putting it in the movie theater, and I always wondered why it took them so long because it does seem like a simple idea. You get a couple of army vehicles or whatever, and you just shoot.
Dart said they did MREs.
MREs, yeah. It's every 24 hours, right? It's like you get once every 24 hours and a little bit of water. But yeah, dude, it's brutal. It's going to be brutal, and it looked like a fair adaptation.
Yeah, like no, it looks good. I do wonder if like it's going to get tiresome. Like, to be fair, you're asking people to buy a ticket to watch people literally walk for 2 hours.
Yes, but the end of the day is, but it gets worse and worse because these kids make like relationships with each other and they're trying to like rely on one another for their strength, and then once they start realizing the reality of the situation that they're in, that they will fucking die. This isn't like they have any pity for you whatsoever. You will, like that one kid that you saw on the ground he has a seizure and they shoot him dead because he's having a seizure. The one kid breaks his ankle and he has to walk on his fucking broken ankle. There's no medical assistance. Either you stop, you try to back out, you're dead.
The worst thing about it, like, again, it's the poop factor. Like, they're pooping their pants. They're walking and they got hot mud butt. And they're pooping their pants and they're chafing. That's probably where it gets the gnarliest.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think about.
I'm tripping, motherfuckers. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you are. That's a good time. Good time.
Carlos, I don't think the criminals are in a ritual. I think it's people signing up to win money, right? Like a Mr. Beast video again.
So, yeah. So the idea is that they're not criminals. They are in this particular future. I don't remember if it's voluntary or not. I can't remember. Maybe it is. It's kind of like like a really shitty lottery. But if whoever wins at the end, you can take care of your family forever because you'll get money for the rest of your life from the government, and you know. It's like the ultimate government cheese, dog, but it's like millions and millions of dollars forever. You can ask for whatever you want, be mentally scarred and fucked up, but nonetheless. And I don't remember, but I think it was something to do with population control. I think but they're not criminals. They're just kids. That's what they are. They're kids.
And like, dude, I would never ever do that, regardless of the situation, because like I like to consider myself a decently tough person, like who can overcome situations. But you're gonna be in there with, you know, there's gonna be like at least like one Marine in there, right?
No, they're all kids. I think that it's like 13 years old or 14.
Oh, so none of them are like military trained or anything like that?
I think in the book that they were meant to be, they're between the ages of 13 and 16. They're not adults.
I'm with Ardwell, dude. Just rob a fucking bank.
Yeah, so I'll do that. That sounds.
It'll be funner.
Yeah, I'll just fucking like Val Kilmer heat that shit.
I would rather do that.
Yeah, but no, I think they're like 13 or 16. Or, yeah, it's voluntary. Yeah, okay, so it's voluntary, but they're kids. They're not like, these are not like trained individuals.
Yeah, I would never sign up for that. That'd be a plot hole for me in a way, because I'd be like, why would you? There's so many other ways, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? That sounds like a lose-lose situation.
It's a great story. It's a great, like, the book is so well done, and I like what I saw just then. It looks pretty good. Who's directing this? Mick Garris?
No.
I was gonna say, because Mick Garris would like jack himself off into a sock to get this movie.
No, I think they've moved on to trying to make like Oscar winning shit. Francis Lawrence is the director, and he has directed.
Okay.
Oh no, dude, fucking that's the guy who directed Constantine.
Well, it did say it said in the credits when the trailer was playing. Did he do Hunger Games?
Yeah, he's a Hunger Games dude.
Okay,
he did all the Hunger Games movies.
He did Constantine.
Yeah, he did Constantine.
Holy shit!
Did he not do Constantine?
Well, no, it was up. Maybe he wrote it or something. I don't know.
I knew he did Constantine. Yeah, he did. He was a music video director who got Constantine, and then he ended up doing a bunch more music. He did I Am Legend, which makes sense. Totally. Water for Elephants.
Makes
I don't
sense.
know. And then a bunch of Hunger Games movies. Red Sparrow.
By the way,
yeah. So
Darth DeMario 808 says, "Did you notice there was no fat kids?" Yes. I don't think a baby Ruth loving fucker is going to sign up for that and last long. So, there is no fat kids.
I really hope that, like, I don't like it when they try to fuse modern politics with like an adaptation, but I think this is the perfect fucking opportunity and platform to really just take a big fucking deep dick to like the absolute awful opportunism that people like Mr. Beast do. Like, you know,
well, I'll be it can be applied in that way, but I will say this.
Yeah.
This book came out in the 80s. I'm pretty sure it was during the Reagan economics where people were obsessed with money. I could be wrong. I can't remember, but I think it was in the 80s with this particular when Stephen King, aka Richard Bachman, his pen name, was writing these novels, and the reason, by the way, that Stephen King chose to do to work under a pen name is because he wanted to make edgier, more like violent stories and not have the stigma of Stephen King attached to it. So he created his pen name.
Like Garth Brooks when he did Richard Gaines or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. But I feel like it's not even. This is like a movie about complete government control and materialism, and the idea that you will go to any extreme to rid yourself of poverty or like living the high life. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in this. And again, this book was wrote because everybody's going to try to say, I can fucking foresee it. When this movie comes out, they're hating on Trump. They hate Trump. This is well before Donald Trump. This was well before anything with modern politics. This was during the Reagan times, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But I think it's a universal story because, again, if a military part of the government completely took over everything, how we govern our country, and they were like, hey, by the way, we need to do all this shit. We need to do some extreme shit. We need to do some population control. Hey, why don't we do this? We'll make a fucking walking contest, and whoever wins that bitch,
American Idol.
Yeah, Simon Pegg will be the general, and whoever fucking survives it will get all the money in the world. I don't know. It's a crazy ass story, but I think it was great. I think the trailer looked great.
Could be good, man. Most of the zombies said Tarantino would turn the convo into feet talk. 100%. That man loves feet.
About what? About if he directed GTA? Probably.
Especially if he did this movie. Show me the feet. Show me the feet, soldier. JT Grogan said, love you guys. Have a great. You too, JT. It's good to see you, buddy.
Man.
Good to see you, man. I hope you have an awesome week as well. Billy said, my mama said I'm special because when I was born, I came out feet first. Said head first.
I can look at you. I know.
We know. You don't have to tell us, buddy. We don't have to tell us that the rest of the canal really fucked that face up. JT. Oh, I just read that. Speaking of Byron Hanson, what's up, dude? Thank you, buddy. Man. Appreciate that. Hey, lads, you seen I Know What You Did Last Summer, the TV show. Just watching. Whoa, what a hot garbage that was, but has the most funniest line in TV show history. She put my cum on the knife to frame me.
No, I didn't even know they made a TV show. Holy fuck. That sounds terrible. Hey, dude, let's give it $1 billion.
I was writing something today, and I had to. It led me to Googling whether or not the fisherman was actually in the I Know What You Did Last Summer TV show, and he wasn't. Apparently, I didn't watch the show, but apparently they didn't even have the fisherman in the show. And they didn't even have like a solidified killer with like a specific weapon. It was just like random shit. Like basically not I Know What You Did Last Summer at all. I don't know why anybody would watch that or make that.
Well, that kind of reminds me of the MTV Scream series.
A little bit. Yeah.
Fucking awful.
Yeah.
Terrible.
A little bit.
Stupid.
Thank you, Byron. Good point. I'm never going to watch that. I'm glad that you did because at least one of us.
You had to be the sacrificial lamb, though, child.
Yeah. Day or leave it. Thanks, buddy. He says, got a new job. Thanks for helping me through a rough time. I'll return the favor. Watch the Deuce Are trailer. It's like Robert Rodriguez directs Constantine.
Ooh. What this you bring to my doorstep?
Deuce Are. I never even heard of it, man. I never even heard of it.
Is it on there? Let's look at it. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. Blu-ray says it was worse than the Scream TV show. I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
That's actually
no. And actually, I think I Know What You Did Last Summer is a terrible like overall movie. So you're probably right.
So let me double check on this. Take it or leave it first. I appreciate it very much, but it's an anime. It's a Crunchyroll thing. I don't know how like there's certain things you don't know how like the rights go and whatever. I definitely don't want us to get a copyright shot. Like certain things like we know Universal and whatever. Like this could be a situation where we show it and people. I'm scared to actually show it or whatever. But we'll watch it in the meantime. In the next stream, report back on it. I'm scared to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how that works with that stuff. Some people are pretty hardcore, but thank you for the tip. And
it's fine, man. Thank you, dude.
Nice words, dude. Jay Tinsel says Mother's Day is on Sunday. So much activities.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be watching Hard Eyes with my stepmom, then hosting Down Her Lips with Great Mist of Joy.
JT Owsley, you can't hide. I know who you are. You sick.
We know.
God damn.
It's the Blink song. I'll be sucking and fucking and touching.
JT, you literally just described like Cruel Intentions Part 5. Don't you dare bring your goddamn unfinished script to this super chat. You did it.
That's a good sneak in there, Jay Tinsel. Katie Sidebomb says, hi, dads. Love you too, Katie.
Hey, Katie.
Hello. We are at the age where we are responsible fathers.
I clean that goddamn room. I'm not going to tell you again.
But not a lot of good. I'd be like my father laying in the bottom of the butt. It's an Eminem song. I forgot the lyrics though.
Clean that fucking room.
Not a lot of good.
Or you will be cleaning out your closet because I won't put up with it.
I need to stare in my headphones. Bukiro 80 says, hey, crackers. Hey, you watch it. You watch it. Okay. We don't appreciate. Just kidding. The GTA 6 trailer makes the delay worth it, and the eye candy is for everyone. What is your favorite GTA game? I'm going straight up Vice City immediately.
You fucking bitch. I was gonna say that. Yeah, it's Vice City all day long. I love GTA 5. The graphics were crazy. It was insane. Story was good. I love Trevor. But yeah, Vice City was the game when I played it. I'm like, this is like fucking dope. Like this is amazing. And
that changed things.
The soundtrack was great. I loved everything about Vice City.
So good, dude. So good. Nighttime says, yo, Chalice, I passed my driving test at 26 finally. No thanks to your help. But Loomis, thank you very much. Lakita, a solid driving test is to schedule it around a hot piece of butt. And then if you fail the driving test, at least maybe you get her phone number and a date with the municipal court system. And that's how it's done. So if you don't follow my advice, then you don't need to drive anyway. You're just going to get a DUI. And just, you know, get a moped. Get a moped and make the daughters of the fathers who have been killed, who you're searching for their killers, drive you around everywhere. And that's pretty much the way to live life, son. Thank you. Are you my son?
No, he doesn't have a soul on his lip, so it definitely is not your son. I will say this, Nighttime, you're welcome for my advice on how you passed your goddamn driver's test. And my next advice, take off the goddamn mask. Stop hanging out at Chippendales and throwing the money and maintain the job. Good luck.
Male Wiener. Darth says, Mike, you should check out the band The Paradox. I will fucking...
Paradox. It sounds so emo.
It does. I like that. That's like my shit, though.
That's like me putting my hair in front of my eyes, but like, you guys don't even understand me anymore.
I can get into that. Thanks, Darth.
I'm going to go home to listen to Paradox, you fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah, fucking Paradox will get me through my shit. Kyle says, when the fuck do we get ice cream? I don't know. I don't know. It was a fantastic line. Turtologist says, a kid on a scooter bit the pavement hard while I was on a walk and immediately looked at me for sympathy. I almost said, you want sympathy? You should just read that as Loomis.
You want sympathy from me? Look in the dictionary between shit and syphilis. You'll find it. Yeah, dude. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like I know exactly what you're talking about. Like I've been walking to like Walmart or Lowe's or whatever, and I've watched somebody like fucking spill. Like they fell or some shit like that, and they look around and they have like this almost like doe in the headlights look, and they're like, I don't know, they're looking for help or something, and you're like,
not me.
Like, no, you just like shake their head. You shake your head at them. You're like, and then you keep walking.
As Poop Etiquette says, think cool breeze with a side of angst. Interesting. It sounds like my youth. Man, it sounds like my youth. Inject says, Mike makes me blush. I'm probably queer. Come over, man. We'll share a hot dog. Just one. We'll start at one side or the other, and it'll be like Lady and the Tramp. And at the end, it won't be gay at all.
Just men being men, hanging out, touching each other.
Eating hot dogs.
Touching each other on the fucking one-eye willies. Nothing gay about that.
Especially if we're at a baseball game. Great State said, hear me out. Rush Hour, Bad Boys, Beverly Hills Cop team movie. Is it gold? It's like that. It's like
listen,
Expendables.
Crazy. You're being crazy right now. Are you a saint? I don't know you, but I will say that the idea that Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, and Eddie Murphy team up to take down crime, I think it's so crazy it might just fucking work. Will it ever happen? No, but that's why we like you for suggesting it.
I would watch the film, as I recall, it was a horror film. Dude, I can't help it. Like, ever since we watched that trailer, I'm reading all these comments, and in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm the last of my kind. Like, it's fucking just stuck in there.
What, from the GTA trailer?
No, from the Long Walk trailer. Shibuya is great, dude. This is a good fucking
yeah,
artist.
Yeah.
Lewis Cypher says, I wonder what's going on in the new Fear Street because it's still set in Shady Side, but the killer looks nothing like the other killers.
I didn't know they were keeping. I didn't even know they were gonna continue on.
No, dude, there's a Shady Side prom queen slasher movie coming out here in a couple weeks, and no, it's completely separate as I understand it. It's based at Shady Side, but it's a completely esoteric story.
Oh.
So I don't think it has anything to do with that, but I'm willing to bet there's some Easter eggs. That
is Sir Christopher Nelson working on this one as well?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question.
Oh.
That was some of the best parts of the other one. Instead of Raw, I couldn't get into the MCU because when Thor came out, everyone was talking about. I thought it was about the Norse god Thor and not a superhero. So you didn't know?
Yeah,
not.
I don't know, man.
It's not
like it's not like the actual Viking Thor that sailed across the seas and conquered the lands.
That's a specific reason. That's like if you go get pizza.
It's like
I was expecting it not to have crust.
I was expecting an Italian like Mario delivering my pizza, and it didn't happen.
Yeah,
but I listen, man. The early part of the MCU, you got to get on that, man. Come on, Iron Man 1. If you start Iron Man 1 and you go, there's going to be some turds along the way, but generally speaking, for the first phase of MCU is really fucking good. And I actually like Thor a lot. The original Thor, I thought was so fucking fun, dude. The original Thor.
Yeah. Don't
So
throw out the baby with the bathwater. There's some great shit in there, bro. Man of Tomorrow, GJ says, "Hey Mike and Jay, I have a quick question. Would you rather want a Reeve and Keaton Superman and Batman team up movie or a Bale and Cavill team up?"
100%. I would take a Reeve and Keaton. 1000%. If that had ever happened, that would have been
yeah,
amazing, dude. That would have been epic upon epic.
It's a great question. Like, I would take both those movies in a fucking heartbeat because they would be so good. I don't think the nostalgia in my little black fart could ever deny a Reeve.
Here's the problem.
That'd be so good.
I will say that the Bale and Cavill team up, they would be too similar because Zack Snyder's vision of Superman at that time was a lot more darker and reserved. And then Christian Bale was obviously the Nolan. He was Batman. He was always going to be in the dark. But when you have Reeve, the Richard Donner, Christopher Reeve directed Superman, taking on the Tim Burton Keaton, that actually feels like a dynamic from the comic books that would work really well on screen. I think if that had ever happened, a Christopher Reeve, Michael Keaton team up, that would have been fucking like seeing Jean-Claude Van Damme kick the shit out of Steven Skull's fat ass. It would have been like, what the fuck? This is happening at the heyday.
What a cool question. That's a cool question, man. Sewer Rat, hey guys, long time viewer, been watching since 2014. I remember Mike suffering binge watching the Leprechaun movies. I was 16 years old and now I'm 26. Love y'all. You guys have helped me through so much, dude. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome, man. That's really cool. Like, I literally remember doing those fucking videos at the shitty little, remember the little farmhouse I had out in the middle of nowhere? Jay would come over and be like, "Hey, you know, this is a farmhand house. This is the house, the kind of house they give people who just work on the farm." Like, hey, fuck you. I live here.
I never said such a thing, you lying sack of shit.
You said every time I came over. Like,
I was like, you got a nice house. I always said that.
It was a nice house. It had baseboard.
I was like, you got baseboard heating. That's like a lot of people gotta pay extra for that.
Sucked. Dude, we had to give back our deposit when we left because a fucking raccoon chewed a hole into the goddamn garage. This place sucked.
I'm still living with my mom. You have your own house. That's cool.
Dude, that's fucking cool, Surat. Thank you, man, for bringing that up. That's fucking awesome. Thanks for hanging out with us for so fucking long, dude. Michael Parton says, "I'm excited for Death Stranding 2 on the beach."
I don't know
what the fuck that means.
What does that mean, Michael?
Neither of us ever played it. Kyle says, "Resident Evil is my favorite game series to play over and over." They sound like Mark Wahlberg. Over and over, I play the Resident Evil game.
I was thinking of the chick from White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah.
Over and over.
With the letter Q.
Yeah, Resident Evil. Are you talking about the original or are you talking about the remake? But you are right. Resident Evil is like one of the most solid choices of all time to pick as your favorite game series.
They're so hard. Gary says, "I can't believe they are making me wait a year to watch Lucia's ass." I guess Lucia's the character in GTA.
Yeah.
Imagine.
That looked thick though. And it's worth the wait. Sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze.
George Vaveros says, "Hey guys, I have to catch a stream later, but just want to stop by that on a Sunday. I got to watch Scream, the original, in theaters for the first time.
Nice,
I damn near jizzed myself. You guys are the best. You're the fucking best, George."
Hey, thank you, man.
It was so cool, dude. I got to take my now 15. She was probably about 13 at the time to watch Scream. That was really cool. Showing her Scream in the movie theater for the first time. It was right up there. Last year, I took her to see Seven in the theater for the first time. I know it annoyed the fuck out of her, though, because the entire time, it's like when Jay tries to show me a video on YouTube, and like he knows I think it'll be funny, and I'm trying to watch it, but like I can feel his periph fucking staring at me. Like,
so wait, you know what? So I want you to like laugh. Holy fuck. Fuck me.
But I know that's how she felt, because like every time something cool would happen, I'd be like, you know, like, what's in the box? Like,
dude, like that's how when I showed April she had never seen the Nolan Batman movies. I was the same way. I was just like, when a certain moment I'm like, are you gonna react? Are you gonna fucking react?
We've all done it, dude.
We've all done it because what I hated when she would talk. She'd be like, "Oh, I don't know." And she would talk over a scene that I wanted her to watch. I'm like, "Now we got to rewind it." You were fucking talking.
Dude, I don't just do that with movies. I do that with music videos. I'll show Katie a song, and we'll be talking about. Well, now I have to rewind it. I have to. You have to understand what the song means,
and then it makes it like it feels hollow because, and then you get more mad, and then she's like, "Well, I mean, okay, yeah, I'm reacting to it."
Dude, it's literally embarrassing in the moment, but you can't help yourself. You're like, no, you have to understand.
It's like, but you know how I felt when I watched this, and you're not understanding me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I wrote this. Don't you know I wrote this? Papa Haiti says, "Perfect open world game, Tremors." I never played that one. I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know they. By the way, speaking of trimmers, there has been some news regarding that. Apparently, they are gonna. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's just rumor and speculation. But I've heard somewhere through the grapevine that they were gonna do a TV, like the actual Kevin Bacon trimmers thing is gonna happen.
Yeah, well, so the people who made the original movie got the rights back to everything but the sequels, which you don't need the sequels.
Yeah.
So they're hoping to make a new movie. But yeah, no, I didn't even know it was a game. But that I might have to look into that. That'd be fun. Gary, every time I watch Pulp Fiction, I get big GTA vibes with the humor, and especially from Bruce Willis's outfit and the katana. Dude, I could see that kind of. Yeah, it's just weird enough and fucked up. That's a good point, Gary.
Pulp Fiction feels like a side quest in GTA.
Yeah, dude, that's
like
really
like not
point.
the actual game, but like a side quest that you would take and then go and resolve.
Especially since it all gets so random. That's a really good point. Yeah. Adam Ross, good to see you, buddy. He says, have you guys checked out the Long Walk trailer that dropped today based on Stephen King's book?
Watched it. Just watched it, dog.
Yes, we fucking have. Now you know that.
I have to go pee. I'll be back though.
Enjoy your tinkle time, Jim. I'm the last of my kind. Hector! I like your name, dude. I wish my name was Hector. That's a fucking dope name. This is Happy Wednesday. What are your thoughts on the upcoming horror movie, Bring Her Back? Dude, I know Jay feels the same way as I do about this. Talk to Me was so fucking good. I love, dude. We are so lucky amidst all the dog shit that Hollywood's doing right now, right? Like Kool-Aid movies and shit like that. I know it's part of the show, but like, you know, that's Hollywood's sucking dick right now. But one of the cool things that we do have is that if you've watched the trend, when people come out with original, really cool, actually trying to scare you horror movies, they get a fucking bag and they get a first look deal and they get like 3 movies, like Zach Cregger's, whichever it is, Jordan Peele, like all that shit. And I love that that's happened for Taka and Talk to Me was so fucking good. I love that they're getting Bring Her Back. And apparently from the first reactions, Bring Her Back's fucking amazing, dude. So my thoughts are, hell fucking yeah, dude. That's going to save movies. That is going to save movies. Original horror directors like Oz Perkins and Taka making fucking movies like that. And I love it, dude. I'm stoked for it. Tenabo, sup, fellas? I travel for work, and I'm in Illinois at the moment. Miss y'all back in KY. Yeehaw, got demons running all through me. That's cool, man. I think traveling for work is awesome. I hated it when they used to try to make me travel. I'd be like, I'm not going. I have a YouTube channel. I can't go. Probably stopped me from getting a couple promotions, to be honest with you. But if that was my all in, I think that's fucking dope as shit. Tanner's a fucking, you're a handsome dude, cool dude, and I'm glad that, hey, if they're putting you on the road, it means they believe in you. I don't know if that made any sense to you, Tanner, but I hope you keep up the good work. I do, and I meant it. Take it or leave it says, you sweet dudes hear about Event Horizon, Dark Descent, prequel. You know, I'm gonna save this for Jay because Jay's the Event Horizon guy. I like it. But he's the guy. I'll bring it back up when he goes. Oh, he's back. Look at this shit. I'm the last of my time. Yes, Hebu. Hi, Hebu.
Hated it.
Take it or leave it said, you sweet dudes hear about Event Horizon Dark Descent prequel comic. Also, you watched the Red trailer yet? Dude, someone just brought that up. That's crazy. Yeah. You didn't, did you? You had 3X with her every time you met, didn't you? Didn't you? Liar!
What?
Liar whore. Liar whore.
Stop looking into my sex life, asshole.
Someone brought that up. We're scared to watch it. I don't know how Crunchyroll and anime works. We don't want to get a copyright strike, but I will look into that. 100%.
Yeah. You can watch it later on.
But have you heard about the Event Horizon Dark Descent prequel?
No, but that sounds awesome. You know, unfortunately, Event Horizon will never see the actual director's cut that we should have got because it was like lost in the salt mines of Utah, like legitimately, like it got destroyed. But I love Event Horizon, dude. So anything more expanding on that story is awesome. I think Event Horizon is such an underrated fucking movie, dude. It's so underrated when people talk about horror movies in space.
Yeah, Jay loves Event Horizon more than he loves all the children that he's left abandoned along the way and his sexual travels.
I couldn't afford the child support, so, you know, and they're better off.
Gary says, I'm getting Metal Gear Solid Delta physical for the steel case and GTA 6 for the tradition of camping outside the shop till 1 a.m. for the physical.
Oh,
Dude, I miss those days.
Those are great days. That was great.
I do miss those days. Me and Cody went to they released a college game day or NCAA football, and we went and waited at GameStop at midnight, and they had a tournament, and that shit was fun as fuck, dude. That's what I miss the most about physical media. Showing up at Walmart at 12 a.m. on a Tuesday to get the new movie. good shit, man.
Well, that fucker in Aurora, Colorado ruined that shit for everybody.
For the movies. Yeah.
Well, the movie, I mean, I think for any, well, I mean, COVID like killed it.
Yeah. Yeah. We used to live in better times, man. We really did. Turton popped in a regular TCM 2003 DVD yesterday, and I get that 4K is amazing, especially for the shots of Jessica Biel. But in my opinion, the lower quality adds that special extra something, dude. So if you're talking about Texas Chainsaw, you're 100% correct.
Yeah,
maybe with John Wick, it's not the same, but with Texas Chainsaw,
yeah, dude, that like staticky type of footage and the way it looks like it's like home video or something. Like, yeah, it adds to the creepy factor. Like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 100%. Like there's something about that movie. It's not found footage, but it feels like it because it's so outdated as far as how they filmed it.
Certain movies are definitely better on the older platforms. Hellraiser GTA 6 has 70 pics info on their website.
They do.
You looked at it, you sick fuck, didn't you? You jerked off to those butt cheeks.
I watched another streamer go through all of them, so I've already seen it. I've already
seen
it.
Gary says it's because they said they aren't going to make jokes about people with disadvantages in life like race, gender, trans, disability, and they removed the Confederate flag from redneck camp in GTA 5 years later. So, like, I mean,
did they do that? I didn't know that.
I mean, there's some stuff that, like, there are some things that it's like, hey, we probably should have been nicer about this. Like, that doesn't make you a woke fucking piece of trash. Like, there's some stuff that's like, hey, we should have been nicer. I don't think that's so bad.
I don't know. Going back in time and revisionist history is kind of stupid. Like, just leave it the fuck in. It is what it is.
That's fair.
It's like the Paul Hogan thing with Crocodile Dundee, and they took out that one particular scene. I'm like, guys, who the fuck cares? Get over yourself. When he's in the bar with that one chick that's a dude, and they grabs her crotch, and he finds out she has a wiener, and they took it out because they didn't want to be like overly like, or they felt like it was inappropriate. Guys, don't who the fuck are you to mess with? Like, you're not the director. You didn't edit the movie.
No,
who the fuck are you?
Right. And also, like some stuff's there to be a time capsule, right? And also, it's a slippery slope. You allow one thing, it's like, you know, that was mean, and we probably should take it out. But then it's a slippery slope because then you'll have people like, take this out. Now you take this out. Now I want this out. And that's the problem with that. You want to do stuff to be nice, but then people always, as you give them mouse cookie, we don't take it further. No, you can't do this. You can't do this. And then that's the problem.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in like, let people decide what they want to see, what they want to consume. And if it's not for them, they'll just move on. That's all it is.
It's a nuanced conversation, no doubt. Austin showed my brother Storm of the Century on Saturday. Give me what I want and I'll go away.
It's amazing.
It's the best because I like to pretend I'm Linoche spitting truths after the one who got away. She married Sloth from Goonies, except uglier. Ooh.
Yeah, mine too. My ex too, as well. He was a fat Fred Durst, but it was the same thing.
My heart burns there too.
Yeah, dude. Storm of the Century is one of those. Like, here's the thing about Storm of the Century. There's something cozy about that movie. I don't know what the fuck it is. I remember when it came out on TV when it was airing, and I watched it. It was a cozy film. Is it scary? Not really. Is it interesting? Yeah. Is the story cool? Yeah. But it's not scary, but there's something about it. If you guys haven't checked out Storm of the Century, do yourself a favor and watch it.
Dude, it's underrated as hell, especially on a rainy or literally storm snowy day. Applejack Castro. Live action Marvel Zombies cast?
No, man. Cast. Like, who would you? That's a huge undertaking on that particular front.
I mean, if you had your druthers, dude, I mean, it obviously would be the original cast from the movies. Other than that, I really don't know. Like,
well, I would go.
I never watched the show, so.
Well, the Marvel Zombies comic book had all the heroes essentially becoming zombies. The most notable being Hulk, Spider-Man, Thor, Captain America, Colonel America in the comic books. I couldn't give you a cast, dude. I can tell you who I wish would have directed it is George Romero, and then I can also tell you, unfortunately, I know he passed away, but unfortunately, we live in a world where Marvel will never do that. Like, they did that, like, cheap ass Disney Plus Marvel Zombies was like watered down. You'll never see the full on like vision that the comic book was on screen.
Zack Snyder doing it. Oh my God.
That'd be good too.
Oh my God. Nick Mathis, thanks, buddy. He says, you guys have given your thoughts on this before. Don't remember, but how do you guys feel about Stephen King's Rose Red, the miniseries? In my opinion, criminally underrated.
It is.
Love you, dudes. I love you, Nick. Good to see you, buddy.
I think so too. I think it's underrated. I like that show a lot. It's a long show. It's like fucking 8 hours, not 8 hours. It's 6 hours. It's long as fuck. I think it was well acted. It had some cool moments in it. It had some creepy factors going on in the film. I think they did a good job. I'm actually shocked that they couldn't have like condensed that down a little bit and put that in theaters, because I think it would have done really well in theaters if they had condensed it. But I think it was a good show.
I remember watching it when we did our Stephen King month like 20 fucking years ago, and it was one of the few ones I really just couldn't get into. Like, I like the Langoliers as shitty as it is, you know, the Stand and stuff like that. But Rose Red just never did it for me. I'll have to revisit it for sure.
Cool.
Michael Totten, I want to see Insomnia and Rose Matter next.
Well, they go see it.
If you've never, I don't. You're probably talking about something different. I don't know what Rose Matter is. But if you're talking about the only Insomnia I know is goddamn Robin Williams and fucking Al Pacino. And that fucking movie is a classic, dude.
It is.
Absolute classic. Better than half of fucking Nolan's filmography. I'll say that with pride. Child of the Corn says Lauren Lavera or Andy Matichek based on hotness.
You know what, child? You can't come in here and ask that because we've had Andy on the show. We've had Andy on the show.
That's our friend, dog.
Yeah, you can't be saying that. And she's just as attractive in real life as she is on screen. But
yeah, great personality.
Yeah, and we actually know her a little bit. So I'm gonna pick Andy just because we actually have talked to her.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too and plead the fifth on the rest. But both wonderful. JT Crockett says, hey, member, and we appreciate you.
Thank you, JT.
Enjoy
Krogan.
the fixins. You go get all.
Maybe you can help the other JT not be weird. That'd be great.
Daniel Leave It says, talk about all your all-time backfires. So cool of you to check out Deuce Array. Not talking about the anime. I'm referring to the 2024 film on Screenbox. I did not know. So it's a film that they turn into an anime. I'm learning all about this, like right now.
Well, the reason why we're a little hesitant on it because we don't want to like have like our shit like a strike against the channel, and that's happened before, where we watch something and they come in and they like not a strike, but they copyright claim it and not a good time.
And I'm not so worried about a movie, so like we can check that out. Actually, let's do that real quick here. Like
okay, well, they fucked me in the mouth with a cock.
No. We were talking about the anime. It was the Crunchyroll that was the problem.
No, I know, but I was saying things. And I'm like, oh, well, I wasn't.
That's your say. Let's watch this real quick. It's short, and because several of you guys have brought it up, we don't want to poo-poo you. Deuce Adre, this became an anime. This is 2024. Here's the trailer. No idea what we're looking at. No idea.
A beautiful mind.
That's a terrifying. Yeah.
Don't like that.
This is already fucked.
Oh,
ew!
What is that?
Oh. God,
is that
damn,
Andrew
dude.
Lincoln? No, it's not. Oh shit! I don't like that fucking at all. That's not. Get out, demon!
That's some fucked up shit. Whatever's going on with this Deuce and Ray shit is really dark.
This is where I parked my car.
I get it. I get it.
That's like up, that felt like going to like a Met Gala at Hollywood for the first time. Like, what the fuck is going? Like after all the lights and cameras are off, like that's what they do.
that was wild, dude.
Man,
I know we're almost done. I really have to pee though. I'll be.
Okay.
I'll be
well,
back.
I thought that was Andrew Lincoln. Maybe it was who the fuck was that? Was that the Macaulay Culkin's brother? Lauren is very attractive. Yeah, I mean she is, obviously. I don't know, that looked weird. I don't know if I like that. I don't even know what the fuck was going on. I mean, he was doing some kind of exorcism and then he was delivering a maggot baby. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. And then like he got frustrated with that dude because the demon wasn't coming out when he said so, and he's like pimp slapped the shit out of him. I don't know. Yeah. Kyle says, what the fuck? That's what I don't know what that is. Yeah, we are now alone. We are now alone. We can talk about whatever you want. I would have kept reading super chats, but I don't know where we left off. Go see it. I like, to be fair, I like those kind of movies a little bit, so I'll watch it. Take it or leave it. It's about 3 rogue exorcists who become ruthless against hell. That sounds fucking awesome a little bit, but I didn't see that in the action. I didn't see that in the trailer. I mean, but they were trying to be artistic about it. By the way, I'm not farting. That's my chair. It's squeaking. You look creepy for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I got to be a little bit sauced up to watch that. And you know what? I know people are like, well, if you're gonna get sauced up, you're not gonna like enjoy the movie. That doesn't listen. I've seen horror movies before, like certain horror movies, and I can drink a little bit, and it doesn't matter because it still shoots through my brain, and I get fucking scared. Jay, you have enchiladas? I don't. That sounds amazing. I wish I did have them, but I don't have them currently. RIP Evil Dead game. Is it gone? Did they shut down the servers?
I'll put an enchilada in you right now.
Uh-oh. Stinky. It sounds diseased. By the way, someone take it or leave it. Explain basically what it's about. It's about 3 rogue exorcists who became ruthless against hell. But I was saying I didn't see that in the trailer because it was just so wild. Like, hey, I just ate a mushroom and I've never had mushrooms before, and I'm seeing shit that I don't even know what it's about. But then you're trying to explain it.
Yeah, dude, that shit was wild. I get it now. Colton, what's y'all's scariest animal encounters? Ooh, that's a good question. You got some fucking lip bit. I remember that shit. You got a scar from that shit.
I do. That's why I grew the beard so that you guys can't see it. It's right here on the upper lip. I have like an Indiana Jones scar, but it's not from like any kind of adventurous activity. It's because I tried to kiss a dog on the nose, and it decided to be a fuck face and bite my goddamn lip in half. That was a really, as far as a wild animal, like 2 years ago, and it wasn't really scary, but April and I were walking outside after we had streamed, and we were taking the dogs out, and I heard this fucking screeching. I've never heard this kind of screeching before because the dog saw something and they chased it, and then all of a sudden I heard this like banshee like screaming, and I went over, and this bunny had got caught under our fence, and it was like screaming. I never heard a bunny scream. I was like, it was fucking. I was like, God damn, shut up! It's making me feel uncomfortable because it was like caught in the fence. So I had to I got some pliers and I was cutting the fence away, and I was trying to pet it and stuff to keep it calm. And then it escaped into the night. But that was disturbing.
Save that
very
bunny.
Disturbing. I saved it, but I mean, but the screaming was fun. I feel like I'm telling like a Hannibal Lecter about no, Chris. Those were the lambs that you were hearing.
Dude, so I was raised on a horse farm and like riding horses and shit like that. I was one time I was trampled by a horse. Like we thought it was coming through another way. They would like scream, this horse was crazy, and it got loose. So they were screaming, hey, watch out, the horse is coming through. I thought it was coming the other way. So I ran into the barn. The horse, which is a big ass fucking quarter horse, was actually coming through the barn. I ran directly face first into it and got trampled by the horse, like its hooves on my face and all that shit. I was fine. But I'll say the scariest actual interaction I've ever had with this animal was last year at the beach with my kids, because I kept seeing all these reports of sharks being close to the shore.
Mm-hmm.
The year before, I was swimming with my daughter, and when we go to the beach, like we get in there, like we boogie board and all that shit. We love it. It's like our favorite place in the whole world. It's our sanctuary. We fucking adore it. But 2 years ago, I'm in there with my daughter, and some guy starts screaming shark, and I saw it come over the wave, and like I grabbed her and we swam in. But last year, there had just been a shark attack the day before. It was the one in where like one person I think died and one person had their leg amputated. There was 2 shark attacks with like an hour of each other.
Yeah,
at a beach like a mile down the road. Like we're not far away in Gulf Shores. And I'm super fucking. What made it scarier, dude, is that I knew that we had to be watching for sharks. So like we would go out and I would stand wherever my girls were. I would stand between them and the ocean and just like watch. you know, like because we knew that there was that going on, and they weren't out far. But anyways, long story short, I'm out there with Ellie, who was 8 at this time, and we're only a few feet in. And dude, I look and I'm watching, and she's playing, and I'm watching, and I shit you not, a fucking bull shark, man. Like I saw it come directly fucking towards us under the water. It wasn't over the water, it was under the water. I just saw a big fucking shadow.
Yeah.
There was a wave that blew, and a big fucking shadow followed the wave. And I went, oh, and immediately, I didn't know if it was for sure, but I picked her up, ran to the shore. We were like 5 or 6 feet out, ran to the shore, turned around, dude. Big fucking bull shark came all the way directly towards us. And when we hit the sand, took a fucking hard right turn. And then everybody else at the beach saw it too. Everybody started jumping up and screaming. It like walked the fucking shoreline.
Yeah.
Coming directly fucking towards us when I picked her up and carried her out. And like that's 2 years in a row that I was fucking targeted by one of those goddamn sharks. And like it kind of freaked me out. Like it kind of ruined the trip.
See,
like, we were scared to get in the water the rest of the fucking time.
You should have put your head under the water, but like, not today.
Like I would have if like I couldn't get her out, I would have jumped in that fucking water and wrestled that
dude. Wild animals.
It wasn't a tiger shark, dude. It was a bull shark. You see the big motherfucker.
Well, wild animals are fucking scary, dude. Like I've seen, like here at the apartment, dude. I was taking the trash out. It was like 2 o'clock or whatever, 1 o'clock in the morning. I was taking trash out to throw it in the dumpster, and I heard a fucking skittering sound on the other side of the dumpster. Yeah, Mike was out there, like he's like, I was trying to get this burrito, dude. But no, I heard a skittering sound, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, and it was a goddamn raccoon, and it was looking at me. Like it came around the side of the dumpster, and it was like,
those
like
raccoons are fucking
but
nuts.
no, they're fucking scary, dude. I saw we had like a goddamn the good, the bad, and the ugly, like stare down, Wild West. And I just stared at it. Like I was like trying to, like I was like, who's gonna blink first? And then I had a bag of trash in my hand, and I just threw it at the fucking dumpster. I'm not. I was like, you can have that shit.
Oh shit! The Knicks beat the Celtics again? Fuck yeah, Courtney. That's awesome. Sorry, I mean I hate.
Yeah, but Trash Panda. But wild animals are fucking scary, dude.
They are.
Like you don't, because you're used to like dogs or cats or like a fucking bird or something like that's like tame. This shit was like rolling its shoulders at the dumpster, like wanting me to fight it. Like it was like a West Side Story. It was like staring at me. It's like, come over here, bring your ass over here, let me see what's up. And I'm like, no, I don't want to fuck with you.
When I was a kid, we had one on our second story porch, and like it was like hanging on the side of the deck. And I went out there, I was like, it's cute, whatever. I had the broom ready to scutter it off because I was used to that with like possums. Possums would come all the time, and like we knew that like possum shit, like horses would eat it, it would kill them.
Yeah.
So whenever I saw a possum, I knew to grab a shovel and go find the possum and like throw it across the street. So I would pick up possums, and they would play dead, and I would just throw their scary ass across the street. One time I went up to a possum, and that motherfucker looked at me and had the night in his fucking eyes, like just bright, and he was like, and it was the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Well,
I hit that motherfucker with a shovel. Like, I'm not proud of this. The people, the ASPCA probably come up to me, but when that motherfucker hissed at me, I hit him right in the fucking face with a shovel, and then I picked his ass up and I threw him across the street.
That's why that's why I would like fucking die, because I feel bad for him. I'm like, no, I can't do that. And it, like as they're fucking gnawing on my face, like I should have done something. But here's the thing: possums are actually less likely to attack you and maul you to death.
But if they do, they got all the diseases.
No, but no, they don't. That's actually a myth. Raccoons
No,
do.
lying.
No, I swear to God, raccoons do. Possums are they're kind of ugly or whatnot, but they don't like. I don't even think they can get rabies. I think that's a myth. They're not attractive, but they're not like as dangerous as raccoons. And they
you're not gonna fuck it.
The reason why they hiss at you and shit and they play dead is because they know they can't win. I think they're herbivores.
Yeah.
But no, they're fucking scary. I don't want to fucking see that shit in the middle of the night.
No, but dude, whenever I've come across a raccoon in the wild, it's always like the second you broach it, it's like fucking starts hissing. Like raccoons are
raccoons, man.
Shit.
Raccoons are the ones that you gotta watch for, because they're the ones that get rabies and shit, and they got those sharp ass fucking teeth and claws, and they go to town.
We had one in our garage that was like hanging off the ceiling, and I was like, "You're so cute, though," and he was like, and I was like, "Fuck that, I'm done, I'm out. I want no part of this."
Fuck you, Isaac. I hate to say it, but Jay's 100% right. Yeah, because I am.
Hey, he was agreeing with you. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
No, I'm pulling it. Fuck you, dude. Just say I'm right all the time.
Cineroth says, I found your channel a year ago, but started watching live streams after I lost my brother 2 years ago. You'll help me so much. Love you guys. Dude, Cineroth, hey,
That
man,
sucks, dude.
and I absolutely sorry to hear that, but notice you in the streams and hanging out, and you're a fucking,
You're
we're
very
proud
active,
to have you
dude.
around.
We like
dude.
you. We like you, dude.
We're proud to have you around, and we appreciate you. And if we somehow helped in what you're dealing with, then that means the fucking world to us, dude. So thank you, man. Appreciate love having you here, dude. Thank you. Jason Bacon said new Coen brother flick trailer, Honey Don't, is hilarious. I saw the ad for it, but I didn't watch it, so I can't comment. Jason, I get the Coens confused with the P.T. Andersons or the J.T. Andersons or the fucking, I don't know. I get them. They're all so artsy, you know.
Yeah, and Judd Apatow. I can't remember the Coen brothers.
He's been gone for a while.
No, I mean, but the Judd Apatow films, isn't the Coen brothers kind of like the same shit a little bit?
No, Coen brothers is like Burn After Reading. They did Fargo, shit like that. But yeah,
they're highbrow. They're highbrow. Get out of here. I don't have time.
But silly. Austin says the Mark Hamill character from Long Walk should be replaced with Major Payne. Dude, that'd be so fucking funny. That'd be so. I said,
oh, children.
That'd be fucking hilarious, dude. Christopher Sampson, fly me to the moon like that bitch. Alex Crampson says, this is why I love this channel. Mike talking about the movie Son. I highly recommend watching it. Keep this channel going forever. Jay, you should get some Wendy's or enchiladas.
I love enchiladas.
That's a big jump. Dude, Wendy's, if they sold enchiladas, that shit would be gross as fuck.
Probably. But I like the angry burrito or whatever the fuck it was called from the Burger King. The
Whopperito.
Whopperito. I like that shit. That shit was good. And people were like, that shit's nasty. It's like, you're nasty.
Dude,
that was good.
Honest to God, I'm glad you brought this up, Chris, because like one thing I really, really want to incorporate into the modern era of the channel is Jay's only like 15 minutes from me now. So like I really want to do this thing where every once in a while, like I just go pick you up, and like if there's like a new fast food item or whatever, you know what I mean? Like some weird shit like the Whopperito. Like I'll go pick you up and we don't have to do anything but like, well, maybe we go to a bar, have a beer first. That's fine.
That's obvious. That's what's gonna
maybe go to a bar. We have a pint. We have a pint at the Winchester,
or 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever.
Yeah, I would love that. And then we just drive to like Wendy's or wherever the newest, hottest food item is, and when we do like a car review.
Yeah, but you know what it is about the food reviews? They're fun, but I feel like such an imposter bitch when I'm doing it because I don't know how to fucking describe. Like describe the flavor. I'm like, it tastes like meat and cheese and burrito sauce. It's good. It's good. It's good.
We did it. We've done it with several.
I know, but at the end of the day, I'm like, I mean, I've had nasty like burgers or sandwiches before, but it's like generally speaking, it's like, hey, it's food. I've been drinking. And it tastes awesome.
No, we should do that. I really want to do that, dude. I really want to, like, whenever there's a new like hot fast food item, even if we just put it on Patreon members only, I want to come and like go and like pick it up and do like a car review of it.
Dude, we missed the boat. I saw this this one dude that's doing like he goes out and he does like McDonald's chicken nuggets versus Great Value brand chicken nuggets, which apparently is what they copied. And he goes out to the store and he does the math about how much you're paying and how much they weigh and stuff. And like he does this whole review and I'm like, God damn, that sounds fucking awesome. The fact that all you gotta do is go out and get chicken nuggets and then go to the store to Walmart and buy the same chicken nuggets supposedly that they copied and then fry them up and then describe or do the comparisons.
That's actually a really good fucking idea. Like I dig that. But and by the way, Son with Andy Matichak, guys, that is such a good fucking movie. Jay and I reviewed that. It's so good. Like nobody watched it.
Yeah, Chris, I fucking reviewed it too.
I said Jay and I. Did you
no, but Chris didn't. He talked about enchiladas and shit.
Turd's got a point too. Review gas station food, then go viral for diner.
We'd be dead.
That would also be hilarious, dude. If like we just walked into a fucking like if we got a ride, obviously we get a ride. But if we get a ride, like just make April drive us around. Like, go to a fucking Speedway, be like, we're gonna get one of every roller item and we're gonna review it in the car.
God
dude,
damn,
that'd be so fucking funny.
It does, but the review would end rapidly as we were starting to vomit because that sounds disgusting. But
that'd be so. But no shit. When Kate and I went to see the Mothman, when we went to the Mothman Prophecies area in West Virginia, right, and did all the
Point
touristy
Pleasant,
stuff there, fucking awesome. By the way, we should.
I know.
Go.
I want to go.
But one night we went to a bar and everything was closed by the time we left. So we're in the Uber, and we're like, it was like, why do you want me to thank you? And we're like, I take it. And there was a Sheetz gas station. They don't have them here, but they have them everywhere else. Sheetz.
I went to
With a Z.
Sheetz when I visited April's family in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, like it's a thing other places.
Cool.
But like we stopped
awesome.
there, dude. We went in. Uber dropped us off. We went in, and dude, I was fucking hammered. And
but Sheetz is like legitimate. They actually have like food that they cook back there.
Yeah, no, we had to wait for it. Like, I got a cheese pizza, fucking amazing. Katie ordered a fucking listen to this, dude. Gas station. Ordered a soft pretzel with Old Bay on it. It was Old Bay pretzel. And dude, we got back to the apartment or the B&B and fucked that shit up. It was so goddamn good. That Old Bay pretzel was fucking amazing.
Sheetz is it was awesome when I went there. And by the way, Wawa, we went to Wawa as well. And that's also a fucking amazing place and joint. And Lexington, Kentucky is going to be breaking ground on a Wawa.
Hell yeah.
They've already broke ground. I think it's coming this year.
Dude, let's start our whole fucking.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
I'm
gonna get a membership. I'm gonna get a membership.
Yeah, dude. Let's get us a fucking driver and let's just go around and try foods and record it and put it on Patreon. Let's do it.
600-pound life. We'll do that too. That's fine.
And we'll go to the gym afterwards. Drunk and high on gas station food.
That's gonna go well.
Mike Gull says, by the way, guys, Insomnia and Rose Matter are King books. Oh, Insomnia, the King book. I did read that one. That was one of the few King books I've read. Now I see what you're talking about.
Oh, I see.
Now I see what you're talking about. Now I know. I understand.
You're dumb.
But guys, it's been a fucking fun show.
Hey,
I've
man.
had a great time.
That's great.
I'm hankering for some gas station food now.
Dude, there's something about gas station food though. Like people like turn their nose up at it, but man, when there's nothing else open and you're just like sauce to the wind, you feel like Jack Sparrow. You've had too much rum. Those goddamn hot dogs looking real fucking good. You're gonna pay for it tomorrow, but at that moment, you feel like the king of the world.
Yeah. At the right time, it's like you found a golden nugget in the seat.
Yeah, dude,
it's wonderful. Andrew Moore said, y'all need to visit Buc-ee's, best gas station ever. Dude, I've been to a Buc-ee's and it was with my kids on like a 12-hour drive. We're all tired of shit and we walk in there and they're all singing songs and a bunch of rednecks everywhere. Had a horrible fucking experience at Buc-ee's. But I will say they had barbecue, they had pizza, they had fucking fruit, they had
everything.
All this shit. Yeah.
Well, that's like Wawa and Sheetz is what I mean. Buc-ee's they're a little bit more like elaborate with their setup, but dude, Wawa is gonna when it comes to Kentucky, like I think Lexington is getting one and Louisville is getting one. It's gonna be the shit, dude. It's gonna be good.
There's a gas station next to my kids' high school that we go to every morning, and we don't have Hardee's here, but they make those hot buttered up biscuits, and they put like all the bacon and shit. It's so fucking good.
By the way,
like gas station food's not to be fucked with.
Gas station food is when you need it, it's there for you. Like insurance. But I will say, well, good insurance. But I will say this. Speaking of Hardee's, jalapeno thick burger, still the greatest sandwich to ever fucking exist. And the fact that they haven't even brought that back is insane to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, McDonald's is bringing back their fucking chicken tenders. And well, no, I'm saying like, but McDonald's is doing that. And then Hardee's is like, nah, fuck that. People want that now. Jalapeno thick burger, dude.
They had the commercials back in the day with the firefighters eating them, like actual fresh jalapenos on those big ass fucking thick burgers.
And it was actually spicy. Dude, it actually was spicy.
Fucking so good. So good. Hey, we love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us always. And Patreon members only people. Friday night's gonna get weird. We'll see you there.
Hey,
at 8
so if you're not a member, sign up. Sign up.
It's right down there. Click the join button.
We're gonna do it.
Join us. But otherwise, thanks for another great night, folks. We'll see you all very soon. Have a great week.
See you guys. Bye.
Cheers for beers.